Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge.
Achieved.
How are you this evening?
Hello, everybody.
And hello to anyone watching us on
the rebroadcast.
a future
At a future
at a future time.
You could watch us in a day. You could watch
Like
us in
not right
10
now.
years.
Yes.
You know, that's okay.
Yeah, well, we hope so.
We'll still be, we hope so.
Anyway.
We hope we'll still be up here on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. But, it is archived. So if I know some people specifically, I can't make the broadcast, but I usually watch it later. So awesome. Great to see you. As always, you cannot comment on existing people's comments. But
Hi,
you can add
Dime.
your own. So hello. So feel free to add your own. Yes,
You're our first guest this evening.
Our guests.
How are you?
Remember, you're not a customer, you're a guest.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not a customer because
It's not a retail operation.
it's
Although we have
sadly.
products for
Hi,
sale.
Mom. Good to see you.
Hello. But yes. But here you're a guest because you're part of the party. Hello, part of the salon, which,
Yes.
I like to think of it that way.
Exactly. Hi, Peter. Good to
Peter.
see you.
We go over all sorts of topics every week. Usually music makes its way into the mix. Movies, absolutely. Entertainment of all kinds. Drinks of various kinds. People will frequently come up with ingredients we haven't heard of, and we have to think about it and say, oh, what is this? Kind of interesting. And we subscribe to Imbibe magazine, and we are introduced to fresh ideas all the time. In fact,
Hi, Julie. Good to see you.
hey, Julie. So good. In fact, you're actually doing something tonight that was featured in Imbibe. It's sort of a classic. I don't think it's that well known, but it's a fun one. So let's.
I thought it was that guy didn't create it.
Yeah, but I think the guy who created it did so a long time ago.
Okay.
I think
so the one
good to know.
I'm adapting one that was clearly adapted in Imbibe.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to look forward to this
So there you go.
evening.
Kind of great. Yeah. And I found a classic in the book Vintage Spirits and Forgotten Cocktails. I think that's also kicking around the Jeff Berry books and probably Turtlevick's Guide. I'd have to see. But I like that book. It's a lot of fun. He really did dig up. That's Dr. Cocktail. Ted Hay actually did dig up.
You should show the book.
I should, as a matter of fact. Isn't it's just right there. I grab it. He dug up.
Hi, Eric.
a
Good to
lot
see you.
of pretty obscure things, and I've managed to find a few of them in books years later and say, oh, we had that in this other book. But I wouldn't have known about it. You really have to dig in.
We have to do something about these color changing lights are making our light go so weird on the video. But we kind of realized it like right before we went live. So I was like, we'll deal with it for next week because
we'll figure it out.
As you know, we have a penchant for killing the broadcast if we try things at too late of a date.
Well, if I started pressing buttons on here, I might be futzing with it. But if I press buttons back there, that's something else.
I know, but still,
Anyway.
We'll do it next week.
I was referring, of course, to Vintage Spirits and Forgotten Cocktails. Let me get that kind of straight.
There you go.
There we go. That looks straight to me. Yeah. This is the reprint because I remember this came out early 2000s to the tune of about 2004.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
It's out of print for a long time, but I remember seeing it on the bookshelf and saying, gee, I'd like that. It was reprinted. I'm like, it's cool. Nice big spiral bound that opens flat. A lot of color here, a lot of vintage picks. Fun book, fun read. He's a very engaging writer. And if you're interested in like reading about cocktails, well, we do that sometimes, right? So...
Anyway,
Anywho.
Without further ado, we've been live for over 4 minutes, and I don't have a cocktail
Actual minutes,
yet.
And what's in my hand over here?
No.
What's in my hand?
Hi, Errol. Good to see you.
Errol. Boom. So I'm going to assume no 12-hour conference call. Was that a 14-hour conference call with South Korea? I mean, the fact is, if you're doing like a QC type thing like that, it's like, or a training thing, it's like, you got to do it. You need to do it. And that was the time. So there you go. But good.
That's
grief.
a long call.
I know that as of like December 31st, the prior year.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, we were live for 24.
Lisa's got her champagne in her Pandora glass.
Oh, awesome. You mean one of these guys over here?
Yes.
I know that Peter has at least one of these babies here. And I know some other...
What's the longest you've been on the show without a drink? I want to say like 20 minutes.
There was
Like
one
we just
day
got on and we really started talking.
we
and
started
it's like,
talking and got on a jag, and
people
people
are
were
like, you don't
responding.
have a drink.
People were responding and things like that. I know that I believe Don picked up a pair of these babies at that
Yes.
Ohana thing. So he's enjoying his wine. And Peter can tell you it makes your wine taste, I think about 73% better. So bear that in mind. If you're interested in the glassware, we have enough of these right now that we could send you a couple.
Peter, it was even longer than that. It was like hours, many hours. Anyway.
Errol's call, he can probably ring on here.
That's over.
Hazard. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
This is the kicker.
Yes, it's always best when refineries don't blow up.
Truth.
I agree.
I mean, we're talking.
We're all in agreement here.
Extremely flammable, also inflammable. And what was that? A 12-hour study or a 14-hour study? Wow. I forget. It was really long. It was astonishing. I have been in some long conferences, but like the longest I've seen it work was 3. And that plotted like nothing.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
I can explain.
Peter says the Glendora glass makes your wine 125% better.
That's actually better. That's better than is possible. Like a 25% bonus on top of like it totally improved the wine. That kind of means you could pour in like some serious plonk and it would be like, well, it's really a good glass of wine now.
It was 2 days at about 12 hours. I'm like, God.
Per day or 6 hours a day. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
that's a lot, though.
12 per day, literally 24 hours worth of conference. Whoa.
That's a lot
per
of
day.
Conference call.
24 hours worth of conference call.
Per day.
That's astonishing.
Wow.
That's astonishing.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, this is a variation on something that was in Imbibe. Well, that is in the current issue of Imbibe. The name of the drink was Old Pal, which is a Negroni variation for Negroni Week. Old Pal calls for 2 ounces of rye, 1 ounce Campari, and 1 ounce sweet dry vermouth. 1 ounce dry vermouth.
That's right. And
Negroni calls for sweet vermouth.
Yeah.
But anyway, I still didn't like those proportions. So I did 2, I'm calling mine very Old Pal. 2 ounces of rye, and I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce Campari and a 1/2 ounce of my dry vermouth. Now we can go back to the product.
And those are basically the proportions we would use for Negroni anyway. So we're just following suit with what we do.
It's the Stanley Tucci Negroni.
Yeah. And the fact is we were doing that like long before we found out that he was doing that. And I thought, oh, well, he's got the right idea. You just dial back the rest of the ingredients.
Oh, but remember all the hate he got,
hate
during the pandemic?
That's not how to make a Negroni.
I know. He's just like, he's making the drink the way he likes it.
I know people who will like, put pineapple juice in their Mai Tai. I can't tell them they're wrong. I'm just going to say it's non-canonic.
It's the
non-canonical.
It's the New England Mai Tai.
But the New England Mai Tai always has pineapple.
Okay, and
a dark rum float.
So that was a 1/2 ounce Campari and a 1/2 ounce dry vermouth.
Thing.
I thought an ounce of Campari was going to completely overpower the rye.
We'd have to try it to see the results. Over it. Clearly, these folks in Imbibe are trying this and saying, yeah, that's the way to do it. But we bear in mind that your canonical formula for Negroni is equal parts. So it would really be like 1-1-1 or 2-2-2 or 1.5 of each. And I think that's way too much of the mixers.
He gets $1 every time he says canonical.
Canonical. I said it again. I said another buck. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. Well, just like that. Well, let's put it this way. How often in common conversation you get to whip out the term canonical? See, I did it again. Cold. Reminds me of when I shake up a Ramos Gin Fizz, where I do it for, I think, 3 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
3 minutes.
Do you use like a towel or something?
I frequently will put on my winter gloves, and I'll have just literally this pair of insulated leather gloves shaking this thing.
I don't even know where my winter gloves are.
So my hand doesn't stick to the shaker. You need a chilled cocktail glass. Please. Oh, I happen to have one right here. How about that?
Campari is pretty pungent, so donning it back makes sense. Yes, hi.
Yep.
Yeah. Hi, Cheryl Jean. Good to see you.
So good to see you. Absolutely.
Yes, Peter, you are correct. That's a lot of.
We face facts.
Campari.
Campari is in the Amaro category.
Yes.
It is a bitter. It is a type of not a cocktail bitter in the small bottle, but a bitter in the large bottle, which essentially was meant to be very digestive. and it's intended to be used that way. It is simultaneously quite bitter and quite sweet, and it's very red.
I can barely read that.
Only a few years ago that Eric found out the correct pronunciation of concatenation. Thank you. I got that right. How about that? I've heard the term before, and actually, completely forget the definition. Got to figure that part out.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa said, "I look cute in
yes.
my clown outfit." Oh, my grandmother's picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Lisa.
Well, there we go.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Clown outfit took some work. She had to put all the parts together. She had to get the costume going, and
they heard all about it.
You did hear all about it.
They heard all about it on
Patreon.
Patreon.
That's true. But you got the makeup really. It looked great. It looked really excellent.
Thank you.
And that was just Sunday. We went out. She did the gig. I was actually kind of idling.
Teacher says every time Paul says canonical, he gets $1. And I had to overuse that word to the extreme.
Bing, 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 bing. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, with the ocean wig. Yes, Dime. You recognize that wig from Ohana?
Perhaps you've seen this before. I'm going to try this little sucker here.
I like it. It's good.
I would serve that again. And anytime we're talking about the variations, I'm into that.
I'm into this.
Because we frequently will
serve. Old pals.
Frequently we're serving Negroni around here, not just for Negroni Week, which is coming up in, I think, about a week, actually. So it's time to buy yourself a bottle of Campari and mix. But fun. And I'm trying to remember what is the actual bitter agent.
Oh, wow.
In Campari is not gentian, it's quinine.
Peter says, I did see a Campari commercial from Italy featuring Federico Fellini. Oh, nice.
I got to check that out. That's hilarious. That's great.
I'm listening to a podcast from
Phone Freak.
Phone Freak. Okay.
I was just telling you about the Phone Freaks. There was a guy in the 70s who figured out that like the long distance switching was accomplished using high frequency tones from the phone company. This is back around 1970. And he discovered that this commonly available cheap plastic whistle made the same tone. So you could go in, start dialing a call, hit that, and suddenly you were connected to San Francisco for a dime.
I should.
Whoa. Okay,
Errol, I should post some more on Patreon. There's people on Patreon going to see my whole the whole drama costume.
Oh, fun. The fun.
You never know who's watching these broadcasts, so I want to be. I should post more about it on Patreon, but I sewed it up.
Yeah, she did.
I sewed it up.
And the quote here: "What kind of circus was the previous clown having?" Oh, we were thinking this was like this got a lot of abuse because you did a gig after that. She did.
Hey, Hugo.
Hey, Hugo. She had 2 gigs same day, right? And I was.
And hi, Johnny. Good to see you.
I was participating in the second gig. The first gig, I was just kind of idling because it was only a 3-hour tour for her. And as a matter of fact, you got out early. And then the other one started early. So it was good that I was close. I was exploring Greater Teaneck, as a matter of fact. And I was walking down the street and realized that they'd renamed one of their streets Isley Brothers Way. I'm like, what? Cool.
That's very cool.
That's very
cool.
And I was just walking past. I'm like, what's this? This is awesome. I knew they lived there. But
hi, Mars. I see you there. Good to see you.
So, but I think it was Ron Isley had a big house in Teaneck at the time. And that's right around the time that they would have had hits, a couple of minor hits on Motown. But within a few years, they would have had a really big hit with It's Your Thing. Now that you're talking. Now you got me. But definitely. But yeah, we did. You did 2 gigs that day. I participated in the second gig. It was absolute chaos.
It was bedlam.
Bedlam.
And we got this frantic call that like, how close are you? Can you get over there now? Because the agent screwed up. Only she didn't say screwed.
No.
And
we're not talking about that.
You're supposed to be there now, basically.
You're supposed to be there an hour earlier than you thought. So okay. Well, all right, we could get over there, and we did.
Teaneck, did you score any hot dogs? No.
No hot dogs in Teaneck.
Peter, I didn't have time to do anything.
Yeah, we were in and out fast.
Twist balloons and paint faces.
Yep.
But I will say that the one where I was dressed like a clown, that was a very nice gig. It was at a church. And like for the first 45 minutes of it, I didn't do anything because they were still in services. So I'm just sitting there waiting for them to come out. And when they came, and they were having a family day kind of thing. So they came out and there was all this food
ton of food.
So like they ate,
tent.
I mean, and there weren't that many kids, so
It was a
it was
low-key
yeah,
gig.
it was I don't want to say easy, but it was low key.
Pretty low-key.
And I
We'll
developed
say
an
that much.
assistant. There
Isn't that
was
fun?
one kid who was so into it that the face painting, that like he sat down in the chair next to me, he starts like painting on himself, and he's like, "Can I do a rainbow on you?" I'm like, "Sure." So he did it. Yeah, it was very cute. He was into it.
Stuff. My point in all of these things was that
So
at the second gig, I'm blowing up balloons like a madman, and I broke the pump.
he
I
did.
literally, the thing
Thank God we had another pump.
comes apart in my hands. I'm like, yeah, I was really glad that we had the big electric thing.
Eric said, "Pretty soon, Kelly, pretty soon I'd be surprised if you never want to see another balloon or anything balloon-like
Late.
ever again." Well, I will say that the one we did, the second one that Paul did with me on Sunday, it was this at the same place that we were on 4th of July.
Mhm.
And the one there, these 2 gigs at this same place were by far the busiest ones I've ever done.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is
if it's
like
not,
entire city comes out.
and it wasn't just us, there were, I think, 5 balloon twisters.
Yeah. And 2 face painters at least.
No,
Like
there
there
were
were
3 or 4
4
face
painters.
painters.
With a lot of people. They were busy.
And
It's a lot of
and there was, because it was just open to the public and free. So like everybody came.
Yep.
And and that's great.
They
I
came
mean,
out.
that's great.
I think it was
but
like Teaneck Day or something like that. It's
yes.
kind of great. And honestly, it's a nice park, and it was right up against a facility, so people could go and take care of business and all that.
Oh, and there were
they had the
like,
fire trucks out. They had a whole ton of food trucks.
yeah, and there
It
was
was
like,
it was a good day.
there were bouncy houses and all
Bouncy
that
houses,
stuff.
live
So- oh, there
music.
was a train. There was like a little
There was a train going around.
Yeah,
Always
it
love
was
the
very
train.
cute. Yeah.
And there's live music too. That was kind of fun. So anyway, so Peter's talking about the fact we get all sorts of dogs in northern.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, when we picked up that pump, I think it was back in February or March.
March.
On the way back, we're coming into these really remote parts of New Jersey, and we're passing this joint. We're like, a hot dog place. We stopped at some dogs.
Well, okay. What he didn't tell you was we got going the wrong direction
Whoops.
in the Delaware Water Gap, and ended
Oh,
up
well.
in New Jersey. We ended up crossing a bridge that we did not intend to cross. So we ended up in New Jersey, and
I said, might as well keep going.
we're just navigating home, and there's no highway nearby, so it was just like
Winding
back
roads.
roads all the way home. But we were so hungry. We passed this place called Jersey Dog. We're like, screech,
Checking this out.
and it was good.
Jersey dog was good.
It was good.
They're still there. They're still good.
Peter, you probably know it. It was called Jersey Dog.
Jersey dog.
Should bring a gallon of red paint and see if anyone wants their palm red. Oh, jeez. Yep.
There you go.
99. It felt like 99 red balloons,
Crossed by
99
Bob with
blue
silver.
balloons, 500 pink
You
balloons.
in
Yeah,
a
it was
little toy shop.
a lot of balloons.
We both remember when that song was on the charts. I remember it was a hit in both English
Hi,
and German.
John. Good to see you.
You could hear it both ways. Hello, doctor. Hey, what's in my hand? And it's been almost 20
Make
minutes.
yourself a drink.
What the hell am I talking about?
We're
I'm
18 and a
talking
half
about
minutes
everything under the
in.
sun. Let's go. I need a shaker. Elevator down.
Make a drink, for heaven's sake.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, it was
Anyway.
good.
So anyway,
It was good. And when we get paid, it's going to be amazing.
it's gonna be good. That was good.
It's going to be amazing.
We're gonna like it. We will appreciate that part. All right. So I was looking into the aforementioned vintage spirits and forgotten cocktails and came up with, it wasn't the Queen's Park Swizzle. It's the what was it called? Now I forget. I gotta
Hey,
go back.
Cheryl Jean. Yeah.
Hey, Cheryl. This is, come on.
Okay.
The Royal Bermuda Yacht Club. Okay. Always
Sounds
great
good.
when you put a yacht into it. And I need 2 ounces of rum. They say Barbados rum. If you find it, use it. I'm using, this is Barbados.
Oh,
Who's
well, there
Barbados
you
in?
go.
Barbados and
Is
Jamaica
there 2
rum.
ounces in there, though?
I'm about to find out. I might need to pad this out a little bit.
Oh, it looks like it.
Oh, good grief. That's almost exactly 2. There's a tiny bit of a bonus. Well, we'll put that aside. Chug, chug, chug. And,
Oh, you're going to juice.
in
aren't
fact,
you?
I'm slightly over. I am not 3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice. I'm simply going to put that in.
Oh, Peter hasn't heard of Jersey Dogs. Yeah, Peter, I'll find the name of the town.
That's about right. Okay.
Okay. You also need 2
Get it right
dashes
there.
curacao
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Here we go.
and 2 teaspoons Falerno.
This happens to be the Creole shrub from Clement, which is very good. I'm going to 2 dashes of curacao to something that's like a wide mouth. Forget it. I'm just going to go and say that is 2 dashes.
Peter, it's
Boom.
in
It's just
Newton,
Newton.
New
Oh,
Jersey.
that's the joint, all right.
Newton.
Really?
I couldn't find Newton again without a map if you paid me, but well, maybe if I was in Pennsylvania and I went the wrong way and ended up going over the bridge again.
Yep.
But that seemed really
Might
out
find
of
it.
my way. I could probably just back way it to Newton again. It was good though.
Worth the trip.
Yes.
Definitely,
Recommend.
If you're going fast. Anyway, so this is when we made this. Happened to have a bottle. It was exactly the right size. And it's pretty easy to make. It's only a 24-hour process. And it's really good. It's really, really good. Very fresh flavors on this. Critical for certain tropicals. We're going to get this cold.
I'm excited to try this one.
Yeah. Looks really good. And I said, let's give this a whirl. Looks like a lot of things. Definitely
Oh,
worth
Peter
the time.
knows where it is. Good, you should go. Now you
And
won't be participating in the Amazing Race.
strain your cocktail glass.
Oh.
Ah.
We need someone who did that a really, really long time ago.
Amazing Race?
Yeah,
Which one is this?
it was one of those reality shows.
Oh, that's pretty full. That's very full. Can't get any fuller. I'll give that a try.
Yeah. They were on the Amazing Race 10. Terry Cosentino.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Was on Amazing. I remember that. He was on Amazing Race.
Interesting. I'll take your shaker, please. I'll get that out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have it. Very good.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the show's about, but I just remembered that we knew someone was on it. Anyway. Do we know anyone else who's been on any reality shows?
Well, we know people who've been on competition shows. That counts. It was like
Wait.
John, who showed up recently.
Oh,
as a matter
right.
of
Yeah.
fact.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on one of those cooking shows. Yeah, the dessert shows.
Yes. Yes.
And they won.
Now I'm
Yeah.
thinking of we know people. I'm not gonna name any names because that would be
They'll be telling.
well, and it's probably not supposed to be public information, but we know people who've gone on like People's Court and stuff because it's actors. I'm sorry if I'm ruining it for anyone, but it's actors. So actors who've gone on People's Court and they're like suing so and so, and it's like their buddy in real life.
Was that People's Court? I
It's-
thought that was the one that was run by Jerry Springer.
And it was one of those.
That's definitely actors.
It was one of those. No, because I know someone who went on Divorce Court a long time ago.
Was not
Many
a
moons
divorce.
ago. It was an actor. It was an actor. Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
It was like every time I go to the office. Chris worked with a guy that was on Wheel of Fortune, apparently.
No
Oh my
way.
gosh.
Cool.
I knew someone, God, this is when I still lived in California.
A
So
long time ago.
34 years ago. So this has to have been 35 years ago. But do you remember a game show called Win, Lose, or Draw?
Sure do.
She went on Win, Lose, or Draw, and she won something like 20 grand. And
Pretty
this
cool.
is 1989.
That's a pretty
It
good
was
chunk of
a
change for
good
89.
chunk of change back then. Yeah, it was. I think she was able to quit her job for a while.
Anyway.
Okay, people are win, lose, or draw.
You know what? And of course, we all remember Press Your Luck, big bucks, no whammies. See, now we're on game shows. Bert Convey.
Hi, John. Good to see you.
There we go. There's John. Boom.
Yes.
We know you.
Sugar. Yes, that was so good. You guys won.
Yeah, took it down.
It was so good. We did get to see that.
No,
yes, John. Here's
all the pastries are astonishing.
You had 20 grand on win, lose, or draw.
Just
Hi,
astonishing.
Devin. Good to see you.
Where did Vicky?
I
good
don't
question,
know.
right?
No clue. But yeah.
But yeah, these
because I remember thinking, wow, win, lose, or draw.
It was the thing.
She won. That seemed like a fortune to me back. It kind of does still, but seemed like a fortune to me back then.
You know, if 20K just happened to show up because we won a competition, I'd be like, hey, that's pretty happy. You know, it's a little less these days, but it'll take care of a lot of things. I'm just saying. But definitely.
Vicki Lawrence hosted the NBC version. Okay.
Well, I got to say though, you were talking about win, lose, or draw. It's like, yeah, you know, it's all right, but it's no Press Your Luck. Big bucks, no whammies. Big bucks, no. Those people sound like robots.
It's no match game.
Seriously. Graphite.
Bert Convey hosted the syndicated version.
Okay, wow. This is like more game show history than I would have actually thought we were about to get into. Oh,
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say Bert Convey, but I don't. I think I
Who can remember?
It.
Did you see it live or did you
no,
see
no.
the episode? Okay.
But you know what I did see live was Love Connection. Does anyone remember Love Connection?
Oh yeah, the classic, the Love Connection.
Yes, you did kick pastry ass, John.
Oh, seriously, no, you should see.
Oh, the episode is still okay.
There we go.
It's still on Netflix. Sugar Rush Extra Sweet
Season
3. Look for John.
Any fans of these cooking competition shows, you know, check this out.
It's so good.
You got to see
remember you did like a lobster pot.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
like a lobster, or it was a crab boil. Definitely involved shellfish. I remember that. Yeah,
it's this whole thing. It's amazing what gets done with these things. And you've seen people like who are working with sugar sheets and all sort of thing to build structures. It's like it's death defying. That these things.
Yeah, you all should look it up. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Go check it out.
Okay, Love Connection. Okay, so my first
Ginny
year,
and John.
My first year in college. Yes, Ginny and John.
Mm-hmm.
My first year in college, in the dorm I lived in, we could sign up to go see a live taping of the Love Connection. So we did. And you sat in the audience and there were like these little, you could choose, like there were little buzzers or whatever that you could choose who the person should go on a date with.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so obnoxious. People were just choosing like, oh, he's an idiot. Choose him, you know.
You know.
Hi, Eric. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, it was
definitely.
I don't think it. I don't know. I don't know. Chuck Woolery.
Who knows?
It was Chuck Woolery.
Who knows what happens and what happened to that?
The name, but not the game. Yeah, it was Chuck Woolery.
Yes. There's the classic right there. You know, Bert, Chuck. Who else was I thinking? Who was the guy who actually hosted Card Sharks? That's another one that I remember.
Let's find out.
And he looks like the ideal game show host. These days, you get people who have like been doing comedy and they did a show or something,
Sharks,
and then they end up doing Family Feud, that kind of stuff. So like a lot else happens. But back in the day, the game show host was basically a professional game show host. Mark Goodson, Bill Todman. Mm-hmm.
Who was the host?
Yeah, come on, spit it out, man.
Oh, there were a bunch: Jim Perry, Bob Eubanks, Bill Rafferty, Pat Bullard,
Joel McHale.
Okay.
I was thinking
Joel McHale. Okay.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking Jim Perry.
Okay, Jim Perry.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Boom. Thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Yeah, just like he just looks like that, and that was again the era where the game show host was a game show host. He didn't do anything else, with the possible exception of say like Bert Convey, who had actually like done TV and continued to do TV. So
Harry says, "I love this skit in Living Color." In Living Color, that on that show where the host played by Jim Carrey was fixing Robin Givens with Mike Tyson.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hi, hilarious.
Jim Perry. I remember the name.
Yeah. I think he did a
It
couple.
was Cheryl Jean. I remember the name. But
I'm thinking he might have also been the host of Wizard of Oz, but I'd have to really look that one up.
it was
And
the
I
lady
forget
like
what that
Vanna
was.
who would mess with the cars.
A little, you always wonder, she's turning these things over, these large things over, a little sleight of hand, and who knows, something else happened like there. Oh, Vanna White magician, Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
She just I was reading about her recently because she's been on that show for like ever now, and
Ever in a day. Pretty good gig.
she's carved out a fairly nice salary for herself.
Pretty good niche, I tell you. At this point, she could just do some autobiographies and make some more bucks.
I've never heard of that one. Eric says one favorite game show I liked from the past was called Who You, hosted by Tom Kennedy. I've never heard that one.
Do you see a lot of obscure things when you were watching those networks that were dealing with it? I mean, back in the day, it was Game Show Network, which was actually a really great idea. But there's a newer one. Was it Buzzer, which is doing the game shows now?
Is that even still
on?
I don't know.
Because I don't think Game Show is. I don't know what happened. But obviously,
well, we don't have cable. Maybe it is.
Yeah, that's what happened. We dropped cable. Corralling the rights to all of these things simultaneously could be big fun. And not only are you dealing with like Goodson Todman, but also Merv Griffin Enterprises.
Game Show Network is still around.
Oh, okay. So
we just don't have cable.
Okay. There we go.
We're not the people to ask
I'm
about
talking
cable
about my
shows.
posterior. Boom. I'm trying to think. I don't think growing up, I don't know if I knew, like my grandparents didn't watch game shows or anything, so I wasn't into that. I wasn't introduced to that.
We definitely watched Match Game.
Oh,
we were a Match Game family.
But I think we would watch it sometimes, so I was familiar. Familiar with Jane.
Buzzer is still on Pluto. Yeah,
Pluto.
I think I've seen that on there recently. We do watch Pluto.
Fair amount of Pluto.
But what I was going to say was, no one's mentioned Hollywood Squares.
Oh, there you go.
Just saying.
I don't know why they haven't mentioned the Hollywood Squares. Maybe it's something that you said.
Oh, Tic-Tac-Doe. Yeah, I remember that one. Tic-Tac-Doe.
There you go. All of these things, they're very simple concepts, and they just make them bigger. The one that
Family Feud,
we did used to watch that all the time.
Is that even still on? Family Feud might still be on.
I believe it is. The last I knew it was a comedian hosting it. Was it Louis, or is that
oh right, yeah, Peter just passed away, Peter Marshall. Yeah.
Oh yes, bingo.
It's so interesting that you would say that, because Peter Marshall is on our favorite Halloween episode of Chips.
Gonna see it soon.
And Paul Lynde is on one of our all-time Halloween favorites, the Paul Lynde Halloween special. So, hi, Roberta.
Hey, Roberta.
Roberta says, my brother was invited by the Gator Boys to go hunting and asked if they do all their hunting shows at night, and said, no thanks. The answer, yes. Oh, geez.
Oh, man. You never know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
John's saying there was a game show in the 60s, early 70s. Contestants dug for buried treasure on a beach.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mom, do you remember that one?
Need to look that up.
I don't know that one. Oh, Sale of the Century.
Sale of the Century.
The men and women in Oz swimwear.
Well, when I was a youth around the age of 11 or so, that's the reason that I was watching, say, Love Boat and Dallas, was because there was a lot of swimwear around that swimming pool. And
it happens around swimming pools.
Yeah, it happens around swimming pools a lot, So, like, there was a reason to watch these shows. I wasn't really into, like, nighttime soap operas, except I did watch that. So, but there was also...
I wasn't watching it for the sales.
Let's just say, that's the thing. But I remember also, I would go to yard sales in that, that era.
Jackpot. I kind of remember of Jackpot.
Earlier.
Yes.
And I would go to yard sales, and you would find fun stuff. And I remember one of these sales finding a copy of the Name That Tune game show, and it came with a 10-inch record. And you could play the record and name the tune. Yep. And that apparently went through a few iterations.
Treasure Isle. Oh, okay. Cheryl Jean got
Treasure Isle. Thank you, Cheryl.
Treasure Isle.
Much appreciated. Bingo. But I remember, I had completely forgotten about it. And then we were in one of our favorite record stores, no longer, was
Eric says Jackpot should have been
Pennsylvania.
called Crackpot. It was a mess.
So last year we did a tarot gig in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and ended up in Allentown because there was a great record store there. Don't look for it; it's no longer. That was Double Decker, but we scored there twice. Huge score. It's great amounts of stuff. And he like the store just found stuff. One of the things they had was game shows, and board games, and they actually had like 3 different versions of the Name That Tune board game, and they were different covers actually. But they all came with like the 10-inch record inside. I think to myself, well, you would play that 4 or 5 times, and then you know all the songs.
Yes.
You need a new record. So kind of
I just remember, I could name that tune in 4 notes.
I can name it in 3.
I could name that tune in 3 notes.
I can name that tune in 1 note. Really, ding.
Really, 1 note.
Yeah, just guessing, I read you. But I remember at the same sale, I found a copy of something called Video Village.
Oh yeah.
If anybody remembers that.
Oh, Peter, I was going to say Supermarket Sweep. Yes.
Oh, it's a classic.
Supermarket Sweep is awesome.
Speaking of a train wreck, boom.
Yes.
Absolute chaos.
Yes.
And I think that
concept. The Gong Show. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Oh, yeah, we watched that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, like, it was kind of hilarious.
There was an electronic version of Name That Tune. Okay.
Like the home game. Yeah, I haven't actually seen it, but that makes a lot of sense.
I'm thinking of...
You kind of think something that you can just stream would be a great idea. You think of a number between?
No, what I was going to say was name that tune in 1 note. It's like, really? But I sometimes think there are songs that I could name in 1 chord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
I'm kind of thinking of that, like, that minor chord at the beginning of I Feel Free.
Oh, and go boingo! Oh my god!
Oh man!
Wow! I definitely remember Gong Show.
It was goofy. It was phenomenally stupid, and that's like at 100% of the appeal right there.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, when we were at Ohana, and Dan can back us up on this sort of thing, we had an unknown comic. And he was great. He actually had the suit, really cheap suit, the bag on the head, and he had terrible jokes. And that was the MC. Good old Jet Sterling raising a glass. It was just hilarious because that was the theme of the party. And the theme was not unknown comedy. The theme was like mysteries, right? So he whips up, boom, and I was like, oh, that was brilliant.
Oh, the episodes they could not and would not air are now on YouTube. Well, I guess I know what we're doing after this.
Well, you can always investigate these things.
Oh, Treasure. Okay, yeah, the new Treasure Hunt. Okay, all right. I never heard of that one, but wow. Okay, I would like that one. Oh, Palmer's infamous episode of the Gong Show that featured the Popsicle Sisters.
Yeah, I think I heard about that and did see the clip. It's fairly pornographic, which is not to say explicit. This was television, but extremely suggestive. Let's just say, yeah. And there was also
in the dark here.
What was the show that had J.P. Morgan? And I think it was also Chuck Barris' show. There's one show where she got carried away and she flashed the audience. And I don't know if this happened, if this was nipped live, so to speak.
Chuck Barris, yep.
Oh yeah, Chuck Barris, absolutely.
Yep. The girls.
Oh yeah.
Don't watch in mixed company. Well, now I'm fascinated.
This is the kind of thing you could do at the time, and it was considered a little risque. And now it would probably be considered very problematic. So what can I say? It was the era, A lot. It was,
oh dear.
It's not like
okay.
It's not like actual, non-broadcast material was happening, but it was like this is very suggestive. So. Let's just say we'll be watching the Popsicle Sisters after this, and I will say
I'm beside myself.
And I will say that this is why we always talk about the fact that this show actually does not do any content.
I did not know we would be discussing the Popsicle Sisters because I've never heard of them.
Remember, then when she sets up these broadcasts on both platforms,
Queen for a Day, yes, Queen for a Day.
When she sets up these broadcasts on both platforms, she has to check the box. Is there any content for kids? And she's like, no. Yeah, we're talking about the Popsicle Sisters here. Okay, so there is nothing here for you kids.
Since I don't
know
a cocktail, who the Popsicle Sisters are, I'm like, that could be very sweet and wholesome.
Well,
popsicles. Popsicles for the delight of children. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure I will never think of a popsicle the same way after I see
Well,
this.
you know,
but...
these kind of things. But anyway, I got to figure out like which was the show with JP Morgan too. And was it
Yes.
because
John says yes.
it was one of those things where it's just like our age group knew her for being on this show, and older age group knew her for being a singer. And she had this whole career, you know. There was a whole ton of stuff she was
Only
on
wholesome
at
if it's the
MGM, I think.
Playboy channel.
Oh, there we go. Boom.
Gong Show.
Gong Show. Okay, so it was the Gong Show. Gotcha.
Yes, American popular music singer, actress, and game show panelist.
Okay. There we go. Fun stuff. Yeah, you know, there's all sorts of like fun little things that happened at the time. I believe the Oscars around 1974, there was a streaker. So
oh yeah, well, that was a thing back then.
It was. Yeah, I'm sure you could like look it up and find out the name of the guy and like who he was streaking past. I think it was actually David Niven. I could be wrong about that.
John says,
But
I
yeah.
love Chuck Barris learning dance movements to the theme music as he jibed across the set. Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
He was trying to outdo Gene.
Shop
You know,
drop.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I believe that like that style of game show, which was very
Oh,
popular.
we were just talking
60s,
about Win
70s.
Ben Stein's money the other day.
yeah.
Why did that? Oh, because I was saying Bueller.
Yes.
Bueller.
I mentioned Ben
Bueller.
Stein.
Yeah,
And boom.
when Ben Stein's money came up. Yes. Is JP Morgan still alive? I don't think. Well, who knows? Let's see.
Let's find out.
I don't.
If I only
I
had the
doubt
world
it.
information at my fingertips
I doubt
right
it.
now, I could tell you.
Let's see.
But let's see what's what. She is not listed as not.
She's still alive.
She's 92.
92. She's still alive, Peter.
Kick that stuff. Send her a letter and say that you remember her and you love her. Do that. That's a great thing to do.
Even someone on the love boat. Oh my gosh. You'll never look at the popsicles again. Oh jeez. I'm terrified now. Okay, but
Oh, seriously.
all right. Oh, the sound effect guy on Police Academy movies.
Michael Winslow.
Yeah, Michael Winslow. Yes, yeah.
That's the thing.
Even saw him in the Love Boat. Oh my gosh. Well, he got a career out of that, right? You recall Zsa Zsa Gabor bringing her cat on the Tonight Show.
Johnny, if you want to pet her pussy. Well, yes, Zsa, but you'll have to move your cat.
Oh
Boom.
yeah, James Earl Jones. Yes.
Sorry, I'm doing a little
James Earl
Johnny.
Jones. Yeah. Oh.
I was walking literally, was it yesterday? Well, yesterday I was returning from the office. And I was walking past the James Earl Jones Theater.
Mm.
And what's on this big marquee there? Picture of James Earl Jones.
Oh.
And there we go. I was like, I got a picture. I was like, that's just awesome. That, like, you know.
Yes, they renamed. Oh, I'm so itchy
I
tonight.
forget what the
They
theater
renamed
was.
the theater.
Yeah, the theater like became the Jones. And what can you say? I remember somebody announcing this to me, and I was like, well, a classic and a class act. That's a long career, a lot of territory covered, a lot of voiceover.
It used to be the Court
The Court.
Theater.
Oh, that's right. That was the Court. Okay.
It's now the
Got it.
James Earl Jones Theater.
Yeah.
Yes. 93.
Good career.
Yes.
This
yeah.
was-
He did all the things.
He did the things. You remember him from Dr. Strangelove. He's in the bomber crew.
Oh, John, we talked about this recently. John says, in my eyes, as much fun as a game show was watching the galloping gourmet get sloshed on wine on his cooking show.
Yes.
Paul was talking about that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graham Kerr. I remember watching Graham Kerr early 70s. Now you know. Oh, man.
Zsa Zsa was Mrs. Slocum before Mrs. Slocum.
That
love
about,
Mrs.
that sounds about
Slocum.
right.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, I remember seeing Galloping. Graham Kerr would do his show, and it was actually, I don't know whether it was produced in Australia or whether it was produced in Los Angeles, actually, at the time. But this is around 1969. And it was all about like typical 60s gourmet stuff, the
I
sort
need
of
my-
things you'd see in the back of Playboy magazine, right?
Done with that. I need my
And
cider.
then in like the early 90s, he did a new version of the thing where he revisited a lot of these things, and he would talk about the fact that he would slim them down because he's like, look at the amount of cream I'm using in this and the amount of butter. It's just like, it's a little heavy. And he had to get away a bit from the haute cuisine idea of all these sauces and soups with a lot of heavy fats in them. And but the food all looked delicious. Because,
Emerald, Eric, yeah. Mr. Bam, drinking wine. Yes. Bam.
Get more Bam than the food. A couple of Bams.
I need my cider, please.
We'll get your cider in just a moment.
And
I'm thinking, all I can think of with all those Bams is just like, how does Santa Claus get down the chimney? Well, he's got some magic dust. He gives some, and then the reindeer, he gives some to the reindeer, some to Santa Claus, a little bit more to Santa Claus, a little bit more to Santa Claus.
Graham and Julia were trying
We'll
to
be there in no time.
outbest each other with their drinking while cooking.
And Julia Child was not a diminutive person. She was just like tall and posing gal. You figure that she could take a few glasses of Chablis while she was talking about how to roast the duck. We saw her kitchen.
We did at the Smithsonian.
American Museum of Natural History. Not Natural History. American Museum. What is it? I'm completely scared. It is a Smithsonian Museum. It's
hold on. I could have told you until.
Oh, jeez.
Julia Child's Kitchen. It's at.
Well, I don't know where it is now.
The National Museum of American History. It also has Archie Bunker's chair.
And the John Bull. But yes, there it was, her kitchen on display, because they had a whole thing about like cooking shows and cooking, television history. And there it was.
John says, roast duck has gotten me into so much trouble.
Really, John? I thought it was.
Do tell.
Really, John? I thought it was the cold duck that got you into trouble.
You keep taking it up a notch. Bam! It's imminent.
Seriously, a couple of bams.
I was watching a cooking show and the host fell down drinking, and asked people behind the camera if he fell down. They said no.
No. Did that happen?
No.
It is a truth that
totally not.
And I think you can see this on one of the Pontani sisters videos, that when you're cooking, you always have a glass of wine with you.
Yes. Well,
it makes sense.
I try.
I will not. I will do that myself. And when I'm at the grill outside, it's just like, what's in my hand? One of these. One of these. You need something to cook with. I don't repeat it endlessly. It's like, I have one. Come on, please. And you need.
I need my cider, and I'll take one of those Anson glasses.
Coming your way.
Thank you. So I'm keeping the next one simple and autumnal.
Domestic.
Thank you. Simple and autumnal.
I think I will follow suit with you. We're gonna push some of Johnny Moore's buttons here with some Narragansett glasses.
Some Narragansett glasses.
Got a 6-pack of these babies. These are really pretty heavy duty. They're great. They got that classic logo with the big red seal there and the big N. Hi, neighbor. Narragansett.
I am going to make something I'm calling sinful cider because I'm using Angry Orchard sinful apple. And I'm going to make it more sinful by adding a shot of bourbon.
Roast duck from Montreal. At the border. Is it duck American or Canadian? Would you please step out of the car? I remember coming.
That sounds like a cartoon.
I remember coming across the border from Canada some 30 years ago.
Hi, Robbie. Good to see you.
Hello, Robbie.
Shot of bourbon.
I remember coming across the border from Canada. I think it's more like 35 years ago. And
we're going to the gulag.
Like, uh-oh.
Schlitz forever, John. It's an old man beer. It's all good.
Hey, it's all the same, John. I'm just thinking that, like, where you were coming from, it was Gansett territory, and you knew this stuff for sure. That's the thing I'm talking about. But I was coming across the border from Canada around probably 1993, and I happened to have a couple of Cuban cigars. And I was on a bus, and the bus pulls over, and like it's just like get out of the bus and go through the customs bit. And
Did you shove them up your shirt?
I put them in my socks, and the dogs came by to sniff all the bags. All the bags came off the bus.
Oh, John found the other John.
John.
I'm glad you found each other.
Please, good to see you.
This is good.
Good to see you.
This is really good.
We're gonna try that sucker. And suffice to say, I was on the line with everybody else for like about 45 minutes, and then like, okay, all done, back in the bus. I came out of there with the cigars.
I shoved them up my.
They actually went in my socks. I took precautions. I didn't want any issues. But the truth is, that's not what the dogs were sniffing for. So therefore, there we go. If you have a cocktail glass, I will take that away.
Mickey's big mouth.
Mickey's.
Cut your hand off trying to open them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had that like that weird pop topper on these things. A huge mouth bottle, but they're the thing. Also, one of these fearsome malt liquors. Oh whoa, you know these things are super high gravity.
But
yeah, they're like 5%.
as long as you're taking things away.
I mean, you get an IPA these days is 9%. It's totally smoking a Mickey's. I don't know why that was considered such a big deal.
Speaking of IPAs.
And
Speaking of IPAs.
we were
As well, we were just as of just now. Oh my gosh, so many people. Hi, I want to say hi to John Laissez-Faire. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh. Odawa. Good to see you. Jim and Jim. Hi,
Whoa.
everyone. I can see you, but if you liked. So thank you for liking.
Thank you for seeing,
Hey,
thank you for liking
the
everything.
bull.
And where's we have Laissez here?
They were at least we're here.
Oh, they were okay. If you're still here, hi guys, awesome.
Yeah.
Let me just say, laissez le bon temps rouler.
Yes.
Check
US beer
that
was
stuff
limited
out,
to
people.
3.2% for decades.
Oh yeah.
What was
A
I
long
going to say
thing.
though?
Which made like when your malt liquor was like 4.5%, 5%. It was like whoa, it's just like it's not, guys. Like
That's what I'm
seriously,
gonna say,
that
and I lost my
1%
train
isn't
of
going to do
thought.
much. Oh well, it's right there.
Lost my train of
It's right there. We did the old man malt liquor challenge a few years back, and it just incensed me that I didn't have 4 good old man malt liquors because I couldn't get Heffenreffer anymore. Oh, what a
Oh,
shame.
Eric says there was a show I liked on public TV. I think it was called The Microwave Master. He would make recipes that you could easily make in the microwave.
Oh, that's fun. Hello.
That's
Quick.
like the what is that book? We have it. That convenience store
Convenience store cookbook.
cookbook.
You can go in there and find all sorts of like an extraordinarily processed foods and throw them in the micro and make something else out of them. There's something where you can do
Lisa,
like a
thank you.
you can do like a beef Wellington in there. I forget whether it's
Martin
pastry,
Yan
Slim
from
Jims.
Yan Can Cook.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, where Yan can cook.
Look up tactical nuclear penguin. Okay. I
Okay.
have so many things to look up after this broadcast.
There will be some things now, won't there? Big fun. I remember the cooking shows in particular. I used to watch I used to watch Galloping when I was very young, and then I watched the revised version of it, and I think it was just the Graham Kerr show. And there was also at the same time the Frugal Gourmet, as a matter of fact, 80s, 90s. And he was a very low key guy. He was sort of like the Bob Ross of cooking.
If Jan can cook, so can you.
Yeah. And he just made great stuff, and they're like very simple and very good, And half his book and half his apron, because my mother gave me the Frugal Gourmet apron. I use it in the workshop.
Eric says, which reminds me, why can't Nigella Lawson pronounce
microwave? Oh,
how does she pronounce it?
How does she pronounce it?
I haven't seen that.
We've heard some interesting pronunciations recently, so I'm interested.
Can you go grab that book?
Which one?
That I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, I can find it. Pardon me, folks. Oh, for Pete's sake.
She says, is it
clumsy
microwave or
microwave?
Microwave or microwave, like long E, or it makes me think about Sandra Lee.
Oh,
Aunt Sandy, if you're watching,
we love you.
She always says for grill. She says grill.
Grill. Put on the grill.
Milk is milk.
Milk.
I sometimes do that to drive Paul crazy. Would you hand me the milk?
I'm trying to think of how you would do that, like microwave.
No.
That's
microwave.
possible. That's possible. Microwave.
The Vincent Price cookbook. Oh, I'm sure that goes for some bucks. Like saying Necco wafers. Microwave. Oh, no. Oh, Paul Hollywood. Yeah, okay. Great British Cooking Show with Paul Hollywood. I know who that is. All right. Dime has several Frugal Gourmet cookbooks. Nice. Yeah, the Vincent Price cookbook, that's got to go for some money. I want him to bring me that. Do you want me to find it? Oh, he found it. Okay. I think it was like mini mart. What's it called?
Yeah, it was Mini Mart. There it is.
Mini mart.
Mini Mart a la carte.
Mini mart a la carte. Okay. I think I found this at the library bookstore because I don't buy any of these things new.
Why would you?
Okay.
You know, little stores, big flavor.
Little store, big flavor. All right.
Yeah, they get big flavor because they're full of flavor solutions.
Mini mart. I can't read any of this. I need my glasses.
What would you like to know? Where are your glasses?
I gotta. Oh, you can give me those green ones over there on that table.
Okay.
Spam Wellington.
Now you're talking.
Chipped me eggs Benedict Arnold. Oh no. No.
You think?
They did it. They went there.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Let's
Seriously.
find a good one to read. Maybe we'll have to try one for next week.
A reading from the
Okay.
book of
Mini Mart a la carte. Eggs Benedict Arnold. 4 eggs, a quarter cup milk, 2 bagels, half cup nacho cheese dip, such as Tostitos, salsa con queso.
I guess that's what we prototyped this thing with.
Spam Wellington calls for Bisquick,
Mhm.
egg, that makes sense, water, vegetable
Veg.
oil, spam, deviled ham, and A1 steak sauce,
You wrap the deviled ham around the spam and then Bisquick the whole lot, and away you go. Oh,
fish sticks almondine.
might be pretty good.
Fish
a little
sticks-
salty.
Fish sticks almondine, a packet of frozen fish sticks, butter, and sliced almonds. We might have to try that next week. Okay.
You know, a soul almondine is a classic. Fish
Pimp's
sticks almondine is something
pie.
else.
Oh no. Chef Boyardee Blitzkrieg. Oh, no.
That's a blitzkrieg on your stomach.
Oh no. Tuna
Come on.
on a cloud. I'm terrified. Oh, it's tuna on mashed potato flakes. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's actually
All
pretty
right.
reasonable. Frankly, it sounds
Okay.
pretty edible and
Yeah.
like a lot
All right.
less, lot less junky than some of
Ramen
these things.
Romanoff.
Oh, there you go.
Ramen Romanoff is ramen noodles, cottage cheese, sour cream, salt, and shredded cheese.
Oh man, that's a
Oh.
lot of dairy.
That's a lot of dairy.
That's sounding pretty heavy.
Sardines Rockefeller,
I think that would fill you up really fast.
canned spinach, Pringles,
Canned spinach. That's a real thing right there that you probably want to avoid.
Bacos,
There it goes. Yep.
Tabasco, butter, Ritz crackers, and sardines. Oh, we
Oh,
might
man.
have to try that live.
Because if the audience demands it, but only if they demand it, will we try
Oh.
such things?
Oh my god. All right. I'm bookmarking sardines Rockefeller because that's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
Fascinating. I was also finding right next to that book the truck food cookbook,
But that's like kind of classy.
which is actually about like food trucks. And actually, these are all really good recipes.
Yeah, we're getting votes for the sardines and the Spam Wellington. Okay, well maybe we'll
Okay.
do both.
I think we need to do such things. I mean, the recipes in here come from people who are running
Maybe we'll
these
just do
basically
both.
gourmet food trucks. And this food all looks just awesome. Like this is like big
Yeah.
barbecue plate
I feel
with
like
a slaw on
the
top.
food
Oh,
in that
man.
book does not look awesome.
There's a big difference between the two concepts. That's trucker food and this is truck food, you know?
Not demanding, asking politely for.
It's also showing off some other things from the
Oh
shelf.
yeah, there's also the Myra Breckenridge cookbook.
What? Hilarious.
Yes.
Yep. Been on the shelf
little
for a while.
dusty,
It's
little
finally dusty.
Oh boy.
I think some of these things,
That's another keeper.
some of these things are pretty prosaic. It's worth having
That's
for the
another
name of it.
keeper,
Well, it's like the Alice B. Toklas cookbook. There's
which we own.
one reason to own this, and you can read
Simon
it.
Cowell.
It's a very bizarre formula.
Oh jeez.
This is one of the Bibles on the cookbook shelf, and I think John can agree with this. Is the McCall's. This is the 1963 version of this, and this was my mother's like basic book when I was growing up, and I inherited it. We inherited it, and there's a lot of bookmarks in here with.
Paul Hollywood is sometimes like the Simon Cowell of the cooking.
Sometimes it's got her
Jeez.
writing on them, and you know I go to this every single year when we need to make a turkey. So, gotta say.
Oh, Eric says my sister has a Blue Bloods cookbook.
Oh, there we go. Oh, let's. So if you want to know how to make giblet
just-
gravy, this is going to tell
It
you
just
all
makes
about
me
it.
think about Bad Moms, Blue Bloods.
Well, I'm
When
overdue
Kiki.
I'm overdue for a thing
Well,
I was going to make.
yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Bad Moms.
Go watch Bad Moms. So did I put that back in here? Did we? Oh, we used that. So we can use this guy right here. I'll take the tequila, please. I was trying to make this a
And
little
I won't
light.
give it back.
I'm not going to give it back. I was trying to make this a little light. I don't know why, but here we go. I'm probably going to use a little more than an ounce in here. Ounce of tequila and maybe a little bit more than an ounce. Maybe an ounce and a quarter.
Yeah, the cookbooks. It's funny.
Yeah, that's good.
It's funny you would say that about lard. I just remember talking to a very dear person who lives near us.
Yep.
At a neighborhood party, and she's an amazing cook.
Cook and chef.
And I just remember her just looking at me and saying, "I love lard."
I remember.
Now, when I think of lard, I think of her.
You think of this.
I love lard.
Well, years ago, I remember like a family friend talking about if you want to make a great pie crust, lard. It's just it's all about the fat that you use, like the particular
Just
homogenization
think
of
of
the
her
fat.
saying, "I love lard."
And it's actually lard is better than hydrogenated oils. I was just thinking about the fact that hydrogenated is artificially, those chains are like lengthened by adding hydrogen, whereas lard that happens naturally. And is it saturated? Yes. Is all of that the worst thing in the world? This is part of the debate. You can fill your arteries up with this or that, but I'm thinking that Crisco might be just as negative for you as some of these other things. And I will say that if you're trying to make things not stick in the pan, bacon fat, nothing will stick to bacon fat. So that's kind of a classic. And if you're gonna fry up the bacon, you do it first.
It really didn't sound right. When I think of lard, I think of her. She's a very fit person.
Actually,
she's an extremely fit person.
Actually true. I'll take the ancho, please.
Wait, is this in the recipe?
I changed.
Oh.
Yeah, because I had it there and I was like, oh yeah, I was going to use this stuff.
Did you write it down?
Ancho Reyes Verde, I did. And I would use about a half ounce of this. I changed the proportion on that. So I think this can withstand more ancho. This is going to add some sweetness and some heatness. And this is the Verde version of this is also the Rojo version of this. And I need some lime in there. And where's my lime? Here they are. Okay. And I decided that I was going to squeeze it fresh. Oh, jeez. Clumsy. So clumsy. How annoying. Well, that's because I got a bunch of crap up here. Get out of my way.
How would you like your Now would you take that?
So what we have...
Well, I guess it depends on if I'd said it. If I'd said it, I'd be like, yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Well, Lord, because the thing is like if we cook, say, a duck, you're going to render a ton of fat, and it's pretty heavy fat because this is a game bird. So it needs a big layer, and that's the thing. If you cook goose, you're going to render a ton of goose fat. What do you do with that? Do you throw it away? I say use it. I mean, what do I do with the duck fat? Or the mutton?
Like very hot in here.
Or the mutton fat, for instance. When you're done with that, that renders a ton of that. You save it. It will cool down, and it will just turn into the lard. And then I throw it on the grill and make fries. And it makes awesome fries. And you might as well. It's a waste otherwise.
Butter flavored lard is great in pie crust. Stein said, okay.
So what we have here is a little device of many such devices we have around the house, which is a little bird. And what does the little bird do? I'm not even sure where we got little bird.
I think Marty gave it.
But the little bird is a squeezer. And I don't think I've ever used this on the air, so I'm going to actually, maybe I need to squeeze this a little bit before I do. I'm going to put this guy in here. I'm going to squeeze a section.
That came from Marty and Nina.
Well, if you're watching, folks, fess up, because I forget. Here we go.
Dying over here.
Kind of dying. So this guy squeezes, and out comes the beak. And it's a little harder.
It's so cute.
A little harder than it looks, but it's super cute. It's like those things you used to be able to buy. You would kind of like screw into an orange, and it would squeeze the juice right out. Well, it never worked quite that easily now, did it? It's a good thing to sell in the mall.
In the mall.
There we go. That's about right there. That did a pretty good job, actually. Let's try that. I always have to squeeze it a few ways. A little bird says.
A little bird squeezed lime into my drink.
A swallow will tell you.
A swallow will tell you.
Yes.
Chris said, "Come over here, Kelly. She's freezing because I have the air cranked up." We have the air crank. Well, okay. Here's the thing: like the air conditioner in there was cranked up, but it doesn't turn corners. So I'm dying. I'm
Down over here.
dying.
Okay.
The Ron Popeil orange squeezer always worked better than. Oh, okay.
Uninfluenced in my
All
house.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm talking about over here.
Ooh.
Too true, too true. Okay, that's
Hi,
probably the most.
Sylvia. Good to see you.
Well, the most I'm getting out of that. And
Got back from Oregon Coast. Ed.
oh wow,
Tequila.
Culata.
Coloto. Coconut wash tequila, licorice lime juice, agave syrup, peach bitter, soda water. It was refreshing. Sounds
That
refreshing.
does sound refreshing.
Wow. that's-
Wow. Thank you.
I would try that.
Thank you for reporting on that.
Yes.
That's really cool. Well, thank you for getting all the ingredients on that. We love to hear things like that because it's great. Anyway, I've
Yes.
just mixed up for myself,
Ooh.
which should be a bit of a hot margarita. And let's see if it comes close. Yeah, that does the
Let me
job.
see if it comes close.
Well, you'll have to try it too. One is just saying.
It's good. It smells gross, but it's good.
Yeah, the smell is not the best. It's the liqueur does not have the best aroma, but the flavor is awesome.
Smells gross.
So what we're going to do here is then fill with. We happen to buy a seasonal pack of Sam Adams, and we have the Flannel Fest. This is a Munich-style Dunkel. I think that some of our correspondents actually make such things. And here we go.
I want to try the beer.
I do want to try the beer. So I'm doing what you did with cider, but I'm doing it with beer. It sounded like
Okay.
a good idea, so here we go. I'm going to give this a gentle stir to make sure that
I can't read what
flavors
that says
incorporated.
at all.
But
Hold
basically, this is a Boilermaker.
on. Fine as a bat. Okay, it says cozy and smooth. Okay.
It's a bit malty, I think. Dunkel.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very hoppy, but
Tastes like autumn.
very malty.
Yes.
Slightly dry, too. It's not a super sweet beer.
Now I want
And
to try it
works
together.
very well with the combination.
Have you tried it yet, though?
I have. And
Okay.
since this is really no more or less than a standard Boilermaker, but it's sort of like a regular sized cocktail in it,
Yum. That is so good.
and it involves products which are very commonly found south of our border, I call this the SOB Boilermaker.
Oh, Lisa. Josie. She got in trouble for pooping on my rug.
Oh!
Josie's a bird.
It's a bird's life.
Just FYI, if you're not familiar.
Josie gets her choice of cardboard boxes, frequently cardboard boxes. So I got to say,
Yes.
I think she should remember where the food comes from. Just saying. That's the thing. Because Josie, we've seen video of Josie. She's
Oh yeah.
real sweetie. So remember, kids. Yeah, it's quite good.
That
Happy
is
with that.
very good.
But it's
Mine
really
is good
simple.
too.
It's really simple to just take a beer and dose it up with this. And this is the classic, at the end of the day,
Dime.
last shift drink. Like you come off of the overnight shift at the factory and you go to that bar in Cleveland, and that's maybe the one that's maybe that's right across from the Christmas Story house, and you show up there at about 5 a.m, and they're doing last call or whatnot, and you want something that's going to get you there fast. A beer and a shot. What do you do with the shot? You pour it right in. The classic is a depth charge where you take the shot glass and you drop the whole thing in. Sounds like a mess. We've done it. It is. But that's the thing. You can just do like a cocktail inside the beer.
Hi, Nina.
Just kicks
Good
it up.
to see
Hey.
you.
Hey, Nina, did you guys
Who's
give
just
us?
using this?
Did you guys give us this thing?
You gave us this, right?
She
This
thinks
little bird.
she thinks that you
I
did,
feel
and
like you. And yeah, I feel like
I
you
think
guys
quite
gave us
possibly you
this
did.
Little bird.
I'm just glad you showed up to answer such question.
Eric says, I had a neighbor who had a parrot. After a while, us together sound like we drank too much of the hooch. It's funny when Josie gets in trouble. She flies to me and it gets behind me, almost like a small child. Oh,
Out there, like holding onto your skirt, kind of thing, or your shirt.
Oh, okay, Nina. Yes,
I
that's
remember the
it.
bird with the toothpicks.
Yes.
Maybe that was it.
Yes. Okay. All right.
I do remember.
And it was a bird.
Yep.
It was a bird.
So now there's a mystery of like where we got this bird.
Like 6 years ago. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
That's about right. That's about right.
Oh, is it?
This bird?
Well, it's got two.
It does not have any markings on it. I mean, it is embossed so that it actually looks more bird-like, but it doesn't say made in Japan, which would tell me something, or made in Taiwan, which would tell me something.
I feel like
I have no idea.
I feel like this is a recent thing.
It probably is. And who knows, maybe we thrifted it and found it looked like fun. Because we've got a little squeezer in there that says, I think, West Germany. That was my parents. And
Marty just walked in, so let's ask. Okay.
Hey, Marty.
We
wait
have
till you
this
settle
one.
down.
I know you guys gave us these little
Cocktail clips.
boost clips,
Boost clips. Tiny little clothespins.
which we have behind us.
Which you can
the
put in
bar.
your drink and say,
Yes.
like, that's my drink.
Yes.
That's the kicker.
Yes.
Thrifted and gifted? Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Do you think that Marty is familiar with such a concept? We'll have to say.
Yes, those were a great find. Nina.
Very
that's
cool.
Amazing.
Very cool. I'm
Ooh.
trying to think of what else behind me that was a great find.
Oh, the little troll guy.
Oh, troll guy, yeah.
That's a bud vase, but
Yep.
I don't use it as a bud vase.
No, we do not do that.
I got that at Goodwill when it was at the old location.
Yep. I remember this going back when they had good records.
I remember saying to Polly, should
Long
I
time
buy
since
this?
those
And
days.
he's like, yeah.
You're never going to see him again.
I know.
So
And I haven't.
be
So.
careful. We have the Gordon's Gin, which actually came from an antique place in New Hampshire.
No, in Vermont.
It was in Vermont. Oh, you're right.
Yes.
It was a
I bought that in Vermont. Yep.
It's hard to see because of all the stuff in it, but it says Gordon's. I always say, I'm only having one. Currently, it's full of candy. This is from various candy packages. And it does include, in fact, candy cigarette bubblegum. Wow. Razzles. Everyone loves Razzles. And, of course, Necco
We
wafers.
haven't opened the Razzles?
Nope. Ain't opened Razzles. I thought we had opened Razzles.
Yeah, I thought we had. Oh.
Am I wrong? I'd have to check. I think
No.
we might have a half-open package of Razzles. I got to say.
So we did a carnival back in, like, I don't know, July? Must have been July.
Yeah, because it was really hot.
It was
wicked hot on the black top.
It was a corporate event, and there were no kids. Like, it was completely set up as a carnival, but it was all for adults, so they could come play games, and there were food trucks, but there was a candy truck.
Yeah,
like it was a food truck that was all candy, and like retro candy. Is like it was
had what looked like everything.
I
really was loaded.
Starstruck. Yeah. Like I was like, I want a candy truck. Like this is, I found my new calling. But anyway, the attendees at the carnival could each choose 5 items. Since we were working there, we each got to choose 2. So
we did.
I chose 2 different Charleston shoes, but Paul chose those Razzles.
Mm-hmm. Razzles.
Is it Razzles time?
I don't know. Just a minute, because I want to take a look.
Really have to watch Josie when I have the wine. She'll try to sneak a drink. Smart bird.
Back. That's kind of like that bird that sits in your desk that dips into the water.
You'd be hurting after
this one
that
dips
drink.
into the wine.
In the glass, yes.
I would not be hurting. I would be in hospital.
He'd be dead.
I would be on a gurney.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. We would be like, can we pump his stomach? Is it too late? Goodwill bought a tiki mug for Lisa for about $30. The next day I find the exact mug at Goodwill for $1. Oh yeah, I couldn't not buy it. Exactly. Because if you average the price out, it's like it wasn't 30, it was just like 15. Yeah, 15.50 a piece. Josie will pull a knife on you for a glass of wine. Oh, Josie. I feel you. What are you doing? Uh-oh, he's digging through the cabinets. I'm scared. I think you're wrong. He's... Okay. Oh, good night, Peter. Good to see you. So I'm about to out you. He's digging through the cabinets looking for old candy. Yes, we have old candy. He doesn't get rid of anything. Oh, Eric says I see her wearing Kim Bang's earrings. Yes, yes. I have a lot of her earrings actually. I'm a fan of her earrings. Well, I'm a fan. We have one of her paintings over in the corner too. A pink elephant atop a bottle with sparkly bubbles. All right, I'm just going to open the Razzles. Come back. I'm going to open the Razzles. People are leaving. I'm going to open the Razzles. Old candy is one of badly dressed trick-or-treaters. Yeah. I feel like we have some things in here that qualify. Uh-oh, he's coming over with the old candy. All right, that's what you can have. I'm going to have the new candy. There's also, well, there's a Smarties necklace, the aforementioned bubblegum cigarettes. Uh-oh. How old is that stuff?
You know, it's old, but I also found a package of the Howard's Violet Mints. This whole thing smells like violet mints.
Do you still have the
These
candy corn from 2 years ago? Yes, Lisa, we do.
I won't admit to that, but it might be true. I did find some wax lips. These are fine. That lollipop is long ago dead.
Necco wafers taste like eating chocolate racers. They came in, Paul's sister gave him for his birthday 2 different years, like a 1966 box of candy and a 1967 box of candy, and each one had Necco wafers.
No, there was the 60s and 70s.
Errol says, we love the old candy. This is old candy.
Among other things, I found a doubloon, didn't I? This is like I think it's a piece of 8. Oh, well, that's pretty good. I'm going to keep that. Good stuff. What did I find here, though? But I found the Howards.
When we
I'm going
move
to have
on
to bust
to
these
the...
out. I don't know what this is. This is a Chupa Chups that's quite old. This is a Dum Dum that's about as old. This is another Dum Dum. Time for those to go. These are...
I wonder why my sister always called
Shagmans.
Wafer.
Yeah. Necco's we remember very well because that was New England Confectionery Company, and they were local to us. So you would find those, Clark bars, Sky Bar. Oh, always loved Sky Bar. 4 different things in there. A lot of tooth rot going on there. It's Razzles time.
Razzles. First it's a candy, then it's
There's a gum.
gum.
Got to check that out.
Shall I? I should turn it this way.
Yeah. Got to rip the Razzles.
Has the time fully come?
I couldn't find them in the cabinet. I could have sworn we had half a package, but you know what?
We opened something.
That's long gone.
Oh, wait. Because these packages are not like they were when we were kids, you can't tear them
Not
open.
rippable? Do I need to find some scissors?
Yes. We need scissors.
Okay. We can do that.
I could just stand here trying to tear it. Oh, wait, no, I got it. Never mind. I got it. Whew. Wow, I could smell that from up here. It really smells like sugar and fake fruit. I'm just using cloned razor blades. Oh God. Yeah, it's candy and then it's gum. All right.
I found some old clove gum. That's probably kind of shot.
Don't make Kelly angry. You wouldn't like it.
And if I can extract this package, I have a really ancient pack of Pop Rocks, which is stuck to a Jolly Rancher. I can admit that on the air.
You know what it is.
I'm going to remove the Jolly Rancher. The thing is that, that's really hard to remove. There's no point in me opening up this package and trying to resuscitate them because behind me is 10 packs of Pop Rocks from our buddy Amy, who finds such things and gets them to us.
All right. I just had a blue one.
I will try.
Is my tongue blue?
Here is one of those
Now I'm doing
like
orange.
cola bottles with blue stuff in it. That looks very suspicious. I love digging through, but this is extraordinarily sticky right now.
Just using a clothes razor blade.
And like, check out, this thing is just like sticking to my
Pop
thumb
Rocks
right
and
there.
Dr. Pepper.
This used to be a Jolly Rancher.
Yes.
I'll be right back
We
again.
have Moxie. Pop Rocks and Moxie.
Oh boy.
And he was never heard from again. Bizarrely, the blue one tastes more natural than the orange one. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, first it's candy, then it's gum. Try that while driving a cab tractor down the road. Turn slamming, I spit it out the window, hit the lugs on the tractor tire, then hit me in the face. Oh no. Oops. I'm not sure we'll call that gum. Like, it gets chewy, but you can't chew on it for very long.
Okay, so this is actually...
You can't. It's not like you can blow bubbles. I'm going to try the purple one.
Yeah, this is not exactly bubble kind of gum. This is sort of like a chewing thing. Oh, there we go. Perfume and Wrigley's Double Mint. Yeah, seriously. So this is a retro package, which is Pop Rocks original flavor retro pack from the 70s. Here we go. Boom.
Okay.
You can see that right there. And it has a date code on it. Let me see what this says.
Uh-oh.
Best by February 2024. Oh, this is not even that old. It's kind of still...
It's not that old.
Discrete bits inside of here. And it says, literally, still popping after 40 years.
The purple's good, too. Honestly, the orange was the worst one so far.
Let me see. I think that the orange probably tastes like Old Tang. So this
The
is
blue and the purple were not bad. The orange was kind of...
I'm going to get that down there. This, yeah. Processed with carbon dioxide. I hope so. Otherwise, it won't fizz.
Let's try it with my cider.
This says still fizzing after 40 years. I'm thinking, hopefully, this is still fizzing after 4 years. But if it isn't, right behind me, I got backup. I'm going to try it. It's about time I ate these Pop Rocks, okay? Pop Rocks and beer. What could possibly go wrong?
I should keep my phone handy in case I have to call 911.
Well, it's not like Mikey, you know, geez. All right. Hey, they're actually still kind of discreet. These, like, what am I thinking of? Tetra Packs here. They do a really good job.
I hear it. Do you hear it?
Hear the fizz?
Got some...
Yeah, all over my mouth over here. Yep. Still fizzing. These are still fun. I gotta say, I remember when these first emerged on the market and everyone was like, whoa, you know. All it is contained carbon dioxide. And they're crunchy.
Which flavor is this?
These are cherry. So my tongue is going to be very red very soon. Would you like some? Watch out, package is sticky. It was stuck to a Jolly Rancher.
Oh,
but you know what?
Sticky.
Oh, it's awfully sticky.
It was stuck to a Jolly Rancher.
I got rid of the Rancher.
I feel like this is the things
gone.
that they say in Candyland when they're like giving a deposition to the police.
Seriously. After nuclear war, we will survive on candy and Dr. P. Truth, Eric. Truth. Here I am, like begging the...
Oh, we can hear it.
Yep. There we go. Pop Rocks are fun. They're stupid fun. They're way too sugary, but, you know, a little CO2 is not going to harm you.
He says now, watch, we wake up dead in the morning.
So, question. When we started out tonight, did we plan on stale candy?
No.
No.
No. 100% no.
I was looking for the half pack of Razzles, but I didn't find it, so obviously it's gone.
Oh, don't forget the Twinkies. I've learned, like, don't plan too much for these broadcasts because, yeah, they take their own tack.
What happens when you combine with fizzy ingredients?
Exactly. I went out looking For those of you on Facebook, if you're not in the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen VIP room Facebook group, you should join. Lisa shared some McCormick spices,
She did.
and I looked for
Very
them
cool.
because they would be. She said they would be good drink rams, and they would be
She was
amazing drink rams. But
She
I
was
went out
right.
and looked for them, and I did not find them.
Haven't made it here yet.
So I will be checking other stores. But yeah,
Yep.
It's more fun that way. Exactly.
Seriously.
I mean, we can come up with a theme, and then we have to just let it go where it goes, because it is more fun. I did not know I would be eating Pop Rocks or talking about game shows or the Popsicle Sisters.
Eric. Then I come and make it weirder. Oh, yes. Well, we haven't actually done the after-hour show where it gets one step beyond.
Oh my gosh. Time says there are a few folks on YouTube that buy old foods on eBay and try them. Oh, that could go a lot of different ways.
We've seen that on that show where they do with the collectibles, and people will have these like candy from 1980, and they're like, "Would I like to break it open and try it?" I'm like, "Why? I mean, the flavor's gone so long ago."
Yeah, they can start out making Mai Tais, then end up talking about possessed blow molds. Exactly.
I mean, think about it. The fact is, am I falling over yet? Nope. Haven't had that big Gordon's martini, so I think we're good, quite possibly.
Eric says, then I come in and make it weirder. Eric, that's why we love you, you know?
Did I predict that my tongue would be extraordinarily red? Yeah, it's pretty red.
Not that red.
Pretty red. All right, I'm going to get rid of this because this is wicked sticky. Yowza.
Candy isn't scary as those canned goods. Well, if we end up doing Sardines Rockefeller and Spam Wellington next week, you'll be scared then. It might be our first Halloween episode of the year. Terrifying casseroles. Oh, that might be our theme next week. What do you serve with Sardines Rockefeller? I'm somehow thinking gin. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Yeah, gin. Not a good gin, though. A really middling, middle shelf gin. I was saying, what do you serve with Sardines Rockefeller? I'm thinking gin, but not an herbal, botanical
artisanal
gin. Not a botanical gin.
Sort of like home crafted, garden crafted
middle
gin.
of the road gin.
Regular kind of thing.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, Eric has another confession to make. All right, Eric. Lay
Whip
it on
us.
The swollen canned goods are even scarier. But hey, botulism, it's all
Well,
natural.
it is at the end of the day.
Oh, Eric says my new scare prank is the disembodied head prank. Wait, what?
What?
What is that?
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have another razzle,
I'm trying
but I have to try one I haven't tried.
Trying the blue.
The blue was okay, I thought. The orange was
Blue raz. Does not taste like raspberry, but it tastes like blue.
One that's intended to be pink.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
What is a middle shelf gin? Okay, I feel like a middle shelf gin is like Beefeater, Bombay, not Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay regular.
Bombay.
I think Bombay regular is even above middle shelf, but Gordon's middle.
No.
Yeah.
It's like middle to lower.
Middle shelf gin. Yeah, it's middle shelf gin. Lower shelf gin would be like the brand you see down there, Fleischmann's. Not a great product.
No.
I've tried it. I was really trying to find like the lowest end of gin. I'm like, that's
This
below.
one's okay. I feel like the orange is the worst one.
I'm okay with the orange.
You can have all the
Right.
orange.
Yep. You can have those.
I'm gonna feel so sick tomorrow.
But what is another middle shelf?
All this candy.
You know-
$7 a gallon gin. Oh.
There you go, Cheryl.
Oh.
Nailed it.
Yeah. I feel like Fleischmann's is, Seagram's is kind of. Like you down on a doorway. your head poking out. And someone walks by, just casually as a question, then they freak out because for a brief moment they only see your head. Oh,
You're a sick man.
almost gasoline, exactly. No guy drinks that cheap crap. Yuck. Oh, yeah, no.
I did reach the end of my bottom shelf with Fleischmann's. I thought that doesn't even have enough good stuff to make it qualify as gin properly. And then there's lower. I mean, there's stuff in the plastic bottles.
I think Fleischmann's comes in a plastic bottle.
I think Popoff comes in a plastic bottle, and they do more than vodka.
They still do that?
Yeah, it's still there. I think.
Bottom shelf vodka.
Bottom shelf vodka.
Juniper berries soaked in cheap vodka. Oh. Oh, God.
We're really getting right back to Prohibition, by the way. And I got to tell you, what is it, December 5th, Repeal Day? We'll be there before any time at all. And we'll be talking about Prohibition era cocktails. I got to see what day of the week that
is, because we might need to do a Prohibition episode the week before.
Love Prohibition era
cocktails. You got to go
cocktails.
to good old Google Calendar.
I mean, I don't like them. They're terrible, but I love the concept. People did what they
December
had to do.
5th is
a Thursday.
A Thursday.
Close enough.
So Wednesday will be the day before.
Repeal Day, baby. Well, let's talk about such things. I'm really enjoying this.
I love to do it. And I got the perfect dress for Repeal Day episode.
Truth. I need to find a really classic double-breasted suit.
Yeah. I was at Goodwill recently and found a fringe flapper dress that fit me perfectly.
Like a T.
I already have my outfit for Repeal Day. Mm-hmm.
Big fun. Repeal it, please. Because at the time, what people were drinking was just junk. I mean, lighter fluid, yes. Shoe polish, boom.
At least it says low prohibition. We just rewatched. We've seen it a gazillion times, but we just rewatched Some Like It Hot over the weekend. So good.
Great.
So good.
Great picture from Billy Wilder. But is there a bad Billy Wilder picture? I don't know what that is. No, fantastic. And apparently he and I.L. Diamond, who were doing the script, were talking about where to set it, and they kind of settled on that, and they're like, bang, awesome.
Yes, sir.
But he lived through it.
You can read Errol's quotes. It's hilarious. I'd still love to modify a car with a steering wheel that goes to the back seat and then put a wooden dummy in the original seat. Oh.
You're a sick man.
And I'm available for it.
Yes, please. I wish you would.
That's so funny.
You have an awful lot in common with our friend Doug, who would do a similar stunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to, at some point, get you together and say, gentlemen, here's some cocktails, discuss, and away we go. It's the fun part of the fun part. We were talking about like top shelf, middle shelf, bottom shelf. I always believe middle shelf should be your happy point because bottom shelf is terrible. Top shelf is expensive. The middle shelf, you can keep buying the bottle.
Well, middle shelf
produces an excellent quality product.
Paul, you just don't know. It's a skeleton, not a wooden dummy. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, even better.
I love it. I love it.
Like the full-size plastic skeleton with the hands on there. Oh, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh.
We're verging on Halloween. We're right into like
Yes.
House on Haunted Hill territory. William Castle has not come up yet tonight. Now he has.
Some people down
gimmicks.
the street, I don't think they got one of those 12-foot skeletons that are hard to get from Home Depot, but they do have a very large skeleton in their door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a few years down, they've got like very tall Halloween objects. So I got to credit them.
I know. We're the only people who haven't decorated yet, but.
No, we'll be there.
Well,
We'll be there.
I try to wait till October because I try to respect the months, but I'm getting envious of all the people who have Halloween up. So we might need to do Halloween a week or two earlier than we normally would.
Hey, listen, a few years ago, we actually did Halloween. We were passing out candy.
Skeleton wearing a Grateful Dead necklace.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. We were doing Halloween. I put a table out there. I put a projector on it, and I put a screen up, and I was showing Super 8 movies of classic horror all night. And people were just like, wow, what's this? And people just really loved it. And we're just like, here's some candy, here's some movies. It was a great idea. I wanted to do that for a long
seen
time.
any up yet. Oh, they're doing it here. We're in New York. Where are you? Yes, we're in we're in upstate New York. I say upstate in quotes because we're not upstate, but
Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley.
You're not
New
upstate
York,
yet. You're not even past Capital Region, and we have some viewers from the Capital Region.
Our street definitely has some Halloween going on.
I would put the projector across the street so it would just project on the house, and that'd be great. But you would have to have somebody manning the thing. It would be a whole production number.
The deer would knock it over. Okay, yeah, North Indiana. Okay, near Chicago. All
okay.
right.
Okay.
Do you know Dime?
Hello. You're
Dime
not far.
is near Chicago too.
You're not far.
All right.
Chicagoland. Yep. We keep certain things up all
Our neighbors
year.
have their Halloween decorations up already. Okay.
Yep.
I was born in Niagara Falls.
Niagara.
Oh, we've been there once.
There we go.
I had a great time.
I, in fact, have been there twice, but we have been there once.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Where?
Wait, what? Yeah, Dime was saying, wait, what? Do you know each other?
Now you're talking. And there's the important part. Yeah, I want to do the projection on the house again. I gotta rig that up so it's actually a little easier to use.
Wait, again?
Yeah.
You did that?
No, I want to do that again.
When did you project on the house?
Well, I had a screen out there.
You projected on a screen?
Yes.
Outside of the house?
Outside of the house, yes.
You didn't project on the house?
I didn't. There are projectors that go to the house, and I would do those too.
No, I know. Yeah. But
we have this,
I didn't remember that, so it's like,
selection of movies to use, and I think we got the projector. Let's use it. Nobody does that anymore. I'm happy to do that. It's a lot of fun.
I'm for it.
I mean, we literally have like reel 7 of King Kong. We should have the whole thing, but well, circumstances. And actually, it's really cool. It's got sound. It's black and white. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's very cool to see these things through a real projector.
I love that idea. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll make it happen.
What day of the week is Halloween?
Let's find out. Where are we?
I'm gonna go back to good old Google Calendar again.
Calendar. Bum, 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 bum.
Halloween is
coming up on the
Thursday.
Beautiful. I'll be here anyway. We'll make that happen. That will be happy.
Pierogi Fest. That sounds fun.
Hello.
Plus, if it wasn't Frizz, he'd be talking to the wall.
Truth.
Projected on the house for quite some time.
Yeah. You know.
Aw.
You know. It's absolutely true, Eric. I mean, I could do this thing solo and then blah blah blah. What am I talking to the air to hear my mouth move? If I talk to people here, more fun ideas happen that I'm not thinking of. I come up with crazy ideas. That's one thing, but like you all will outclass me in that.
My dad used to say, "Talking to hear the wind whistle through your head."
Boom. Okay, my gum is losing flavor, which happens. So I need some more razzles. I always thought these were kind of great. The whole idea that they're candy and then they're gum. It's like, yeah, well, they're kind of gum to start with.
Gum for like 20 seconds.
No, they're gum for a long time. The candy for 20 seconds.
No, because then you just want to swallow them because they lose their flavor and their ick.
You swallowed your gum?
Yeah.
It's going to stick to your ribs.
We all got to go sometime.
Well, with that attitude, there you go.
Shake your head and make the BBs rattle.
No. Yeah, seriously. Same as it ever was.
Let's have something else here.
Same as it ever was.
We have pixie sticks, but that just sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, wow. That is one hell of a lot of sour mix.
Oh, bottle caps. Is that what you opened?
Maybe. Always love bottle caps.
Opened.
Oh, I did. Okay. Have some bottle caps. Always did love those. Those are just candy, but they're flavored like soda.
There's also a bubblegum cigar.
Well, if you feel like smoke. And if you feel like a smoke, there's also candy cigarettes. In fact, are these candy cigarettes? Yeah, they are. They are.
I think I'm okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good for a smoke.
Is it okay for a good meal to stick to your ribs, but not gum? Thank you, Eric. I'm just saying.
Hands blue is good.
Oh. Oh, Cheryl Jean, I'm so sorry.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
power to you. I know it's a long process, and it's very hard. Some of us have been through it, and we know.
Oh my gosh, Dime says they're releasing my cousin from the hospital. Oh, good. Okay. Yes, Dime. I'm so glad.
Be excellent to each other.
Yes.
In fact,
if the cigars are old, you'll break your teeth on them.
let's see.
So like that feels like a dare.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is a label as L Bubble. Whoa.
Bubble. Oh no.
Whoa, yeah, that's kind of tough.
Bubble.
Old gum, let's just say.
What about the
cigarettes? I don't know.
Oh, okay, Cheryl. Well, you know.
Yes and yes. I mean, it's what happens, but like, hey, I understand, and good thoughts to you, because this is like, it's a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah.
One way or another, always or another. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So true. Please. El shatter. Yeah, your teeth. So far, the
no, I don't want to shatter my teeth.
are not actually doing that to me, and I've still got flavor, which is kind of great.
Because they're recent.
Well, they are recent, and I actually added a few fresh razzles to the mix. You can always just keep doing that. I remember playing ball as a kid.
And have another razzle.
And the big thing at the time was Big League Chew, which is shredded bubblegum. It's a lot of fun. It works as bubblegum. It has a lot of lasting power. And then there was Getter Gum. Getter Gum lasts for about 15 seconds.
Oh, I remember.
And then you're gone, man. Yeah. It's just like, wow, this big hit of like sweet and sour.
Rip off.
Gone. Rip off. Swear to God. Might as well just have a Gatorade.
No, Cheryl Jean, you did not bring us down at all. No.
No, seriously.
Nope.
Look, life is full of all sorts of experiences.
You did not bring us down.
All sorts of experiences, and like, these things happen to many people. It happens to us all, basically.
Do not think that for a second. Not bring us down.
And if it does, it's just like, I can offer, my sympathy, because I've been through it. And I will say that you're going to go through all the things, and you're going to come out, actually being very good. And you're also going to remember every single thing that you ever learned from your parent, which is true. And that's just life. That's just life. That doesn't bring us down. It just makes us human. It's awesome. If you were here, I'd say I'd pour you one of these, and we'd raise a toast to a great person. So there you go. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing. It's very personal. I understand. So listen, yeah, we're good. The real thing is like,
I just swallowed it.
What?
You cannot chew those from like as soon as they're not candy and they become gum, you're like, I'm done, and you swallow them.
I'm still chewing it. I got flavor. I'm just trying. Yeah, I'm just working the gum over here. That's why I'm not too conversant, because
I still laugh when they say candy cigarettes will make you want to smoke. No, you don't eat cigarettes. Exactly.
Right?
I know. That makes no sense.
Well, there was the one that was basically made out of the stuff.
Oh, Hubba Bubba. I remember Hubba Bubba.
Yeah. Hubba Bubba is why I have a lot of metal in my mouth. No question. Candy cigarettes were two things. They were either gum or three things: gum, chocolate, or they were basically the stuff that candy necklaces are made out of.
Eric says, I made a remix video of my grandnephew on a spinning thing. Made it look like he's performing DJ scratching on the ride. I love it. That's great.
Check that stuff out.
Oh, hilarious. Marty, Big League Chew. Cool package art. Brings back memories of picking daisies in outfield. I bet that candy truck had that. So this candy truck was based in Connecticut, because that's where this party was. But it was just like a giant outfitted food truck.
Okay,
that was all candy. And it was like
the gal running
your mind would have been
blown.
Yeah.
The guy running it kept shutting it down because all the chocolate was melting
Well, because it was
mercilessly.
like 100 degrees.
Mercilessly. So she's like, I'm going to shut this thing down. I think she had to run the AC for a while.
Yeah.
But like, eventually she opened up again and I picked up the razzles and I was like, that's awesome. I said, what's not going to melt? You, and you. Boom.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, it was. Of the AIDS diet candies. Yeah. I was thinking about that recently.
AIDS diet plan. That one went down
I feel like
really
the kids
fast.
eat crayons.
Oh, man. Why would you eat wax?
Oh.
I suppose if you would eat wax lips, you might eat crayons. And ultimately, crayons are not exactly, deadly.
They used to eat the AIDS diet candies like they were caramels. Oh. It just makes me think of, we watched one of our favorite cult films last night, A Sinful Life from 1989.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
I actually played, if you are familiar with the film A Sinful Life, and if you're not,
oh boy,
and
you're gonna look it up now.
And you like, I'm gonna say, and you like cult films, because that is a big and. If you are not familiar and you like cult films, go watch A Sinful Life, 1989, with Anita Morris.
Great role.
In a stage version of this, I played Baby. Baby, in the film and in the stage version, is an 8-year-old played by an adult. I played Baby in a production of this. But there's a scene where Baby asks her mom if she can make a cake. And her mom is like, yeah, sure, go for it. So she's in the kitchen and she's like using all of her mom's special candies in the cake, and it's like all Valium. Mm-hmm. Yeah, made me think of that. But X likes candy in the fridge at work for the food stealer. It was effective. Oh, Eric. Oh, no.
Eric, how could you? Good move.
Smooth move. Smooth move, Eric. Oh, Julie says, Sanders chocolate cigarettes in a cool case. The chocolate was great, and they were so much fun and absolutely didn't make me want to smoke. Just eat chocolate. Thank you, Julie. Exactly, right? I know. I just want more sugar and cacao.
You can sit there like chowing on these things and pretending to smoke, but if you actually lit up a cigarette, you'd be like, I'm out of here. Oh. Forget it. No dice.
Oh my gosh, Eric, my man. That's so funny. Smooth movie. I had to go there.
Just hilarious. Well, if you have a food stealer at work, it's a terrible thing because, as somebody who's just like filch. And I think, well, what right do you have? It's one thing when these things are about to be thrown away and you're like, all right, picking up the garbage. But otherwise, people are just looking at a sandwich and saying, oh, I'm going to take that. Wow, you son of a bitch. You
I'm going to channel L Woods. Excuse you. What?
Boom.
No.
Hey, it's still a flavor in this stuff.
Razzles?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Still working the flavor.
You're making it up.
Nope. I got flavor.
You're making it up.
It's not intense, but it's still there.
You don't have flavor.
It's pretty good.
Liar.
Well, I mean, it's not great, but it's pretty good.
It's not great flavor, but it's flavor. Oh. I had someone who turned out to be a friend of mine steal an Arizona iced tea at a job one time. I was so incensed. I was like, who took my tea? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like when he was working over the weekend, he forgot to replace it. I was so mad.
He never did that again, did he?
No, and he replaced my tea. And we were still great friends, but for a minute, I was really pissed. He took my tea. Hi, Clinton. Good to see you.
Hey, Clinton. Howdy.
It's like on a brandy on the rocks right now. Nice. Okay.
There's a good thing going on, my friend.
Lisa's with me on the razzles and swallowing them. I know, right? I'm sorry. It stays gum for like 3 seconds.
I'm going on for about like 10 minutes here, and I've still got gum. More. I got like 15 minutes. It got gone.
Ours would eat a bit and then put it back in the fridge. Oh no!
Don't take up. Oh man.
No, you do not put things you've eaten back in
Gross.
the fridge. No.
By the
Especially
way-
not at work, but no.
By the way, the fridge at work has a little sign on it saying specifically gets cleared out every week. Don't leave stuff. So I've been careful, and I had stuff like thrown away when I wasn't careful. So I'm like, okay,
Great.
very careful. I really don't leave
because
things
that's what they do.
week to week. But somebody buys a sandwich and it says tuna and throws it in the fridge like a month ago, and it's still there. And it's still hanging out. And I'm like, this thing is growing mold and fungus like you won't believe. And you're not throwing that away. Come on, guys. I'm going to throw it away. Getting tired of that.
Yeah.
I just know I'm in a couple days a week, and I just put it in, I eat, and I'm gone. Like, I don't leave anything.
I put it in, I eat, and I'm gone.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
The Tootsie Pops. Oh my gosh, I'm still like, no, you do not eat things, and then like, oh, I don't like this, and put it back in the fridge.
All right, now this has no flavor.
Work.
This is officially gone.
But see, he's gonna spit his out. These are razzles. You're supposed to eat them. No, he doesn't want anything sticking to his ribs.
The gum eventually, by the way, all those colors together makes a very particular sort of olive drab.
I don't want to know.
It was like a military green.
because
Got to say.
it's in my tummy now.
Mm-hmm.
Olive green drab in my tummy.
Well, it'll disappear with abandon. I'm just saying,
There you go. Free penicillin.
Hello, Oh man.
What is your next drink? Oh, I think mine is going to be.
Well, we have a few minutes, so we need to do a thing because this sucker was good.
I'm thinking
but it's
cider
not gone.
or beer with bitters. That flannel thingy was good. Do we have any more of those?
We do. In fact, I think we have a little more than I can have. Boom, 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 boom.
But you bogarted it.
Unless you take it.
No.
No. That was something else.
Is there anything out here? I'll go get it if there is.
Check it out. There are some beers out there.
Okay, I'll be back.
Definitely. Yep.
I'll be back.
Careful, please. I'm going to see if I can get any more life out of this lime, which is kind of shot. But the fact is, I don't think this thing is really squeezing the hell out of these limes. Yeah, see, I got more juice out of it. I want a little bit of that to sour this up slightly. This is good. It is a little malty. I used to drink a lot of Brooklyn Brown back in the day when I would go to a certain club, and they were $2.
Do you have anything
So I was
in there I could
by the
swap
pint,
for
by
a
the way.
Jacko?
Possibly. So I'm happy to add a little sour to
I
this
don't
guy.
want the Jacko.
Okay, with the Jacko.
I'm
of
not
course.
making it up. Sam
No,
Adams
the-
has a beer called
Jacko.
Jacko. Named after Michael Jackson.
No doubt.
I'm kidding, it's not. But
I can get you a Oktoberfest.
all right,
Hearty and smooth.
hearty and smooth.
Both of those things.
Anyone ever a minute? Yes, I've had
Yep.
a marathon bar. Not for a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time, but
Long time ago. That was the one that was sort of braided. I think.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is
Braided
the one.
caramel. That's the kicker. Oh, we had a question about wax lips. That's where I put them. Yeah, wax lips. There we go.
I saw those when you brought them out, and I was thinking of Halloween.
These will be in perfect shape because wax lasts forever. What you would do with these is like make a lot of mugging faces, and then you would chew them. Now these will run out of flavor in about 5 seconds.
We said beer is not the other word.
Yeah. Truth. But I'm glad I actually found that we have some Howards. The violet mints are fascinating.
Oh, I was like,
Fascinating.
Howard's?
Yeah,
What is
see
he
Howard's.
talking about right now?
Those are actually pretty awesome. Now, what the hell's up with the violet flavor? Those were designed for smokers. People who would have like terrible breath, you'd pop one of those and it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, they're kind of fun, even if you're not a smoker. I'm trying to think what else we got back here that's worth sampling, people. All right. We actually do have, by the way,
Hi, Troy. Good to see you.
all this talk of Neckos. I've got 2 sleeves of them right here.
Oh, dear.
They are no longer made by New England
Gettysburg Mem.
Confectionery.
Oh, a 9/11 memorial service.
No.
Got it.
Take care of business.
Yes.
We'll talk to you
Yes.
next week. That's very true. Yeah. And I don't know who makes these days. Who makes these things? Spangler took the license over and is doing them. Is there anything that I could do here?
Barf, Eric says. I feel like I need to figure out
Barf.
something. I was just thinking of this the other day. This was probably, I don't know, 10 years ago now, more. But I got a call from the Rachel Ray show. They wanted me to come on their show and do like a segment of like what to do with leftover Halloween candy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited. Like I was going to be on the Rachel Ray show. And then they found out I was a union actor. And they're like, oh, you can't be on. I was so devastated. But those Neckos are making me think, what could you do with those to make them not awful?
And by the way, Rachel Ray show employing cheap non-union labor, by the way.
Scabs.
Just saying.
Wait, did I say that?
Did I say that? Yeah, I am saying that. What the hell's up with you? Come on, man. Annoying.
And the thing is, I found out later, the joke's on me, because I found out later, you can go on a show, even as a union member, if you're just being yourself,
mm-hmm.
It's not a problem. It's only a problem if you're playing a character. So I don't know. Couldn't be on Rachel. I know, it pissed me off so much. Like I was devastated. Showbiz is devastating. Let me tell you. More than you know, and I can't talk about it. But showbiz is devastating.
Annoying. Right. Just saying.
Oh, Rachel Ray's a joke anyway. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate it. You did my heart good.
You know, we know what is what, and these are these.
Oh, Giddy's Premium loves Neckos. My kid calls them chalk tablets. Yeah.
Well, there's a certain chalkiness to them. I remember, like, kids in my neighborhood would talk about this as if they were sort of practice communion wafers. As I recall, communion wafers are the same consistency and flavor. So there you go. The one thing about Neckos, which is very important, is that this candy is so old that one of the
Evo one more time.
Evo.
Troy, thank you.
Evo.
You're making my heart so happy
Evo.
right now.
Evil, not love. Well, you know, candy is since 1847. This is so old that one of the flavors in here is clove. Who the hell does clove anymore?
Oh.
There's clove gum, and then there's spice drops. You can still find those in the supermarket. That's very antiquated candy. People don't even use clove at all anymore. It's a great flavor. It's a fun flavor. So, yeah, good stuff.
But I feel like I sometimes think about this when we watch films from the 30s. I think, but if you could go back in time, like
if I could turn back time,
if you could go back for one day and live in the 30s, things would be different. Like there would be clove candy.
Yep.
You go to the candy counter, it's going to be some clove.
Spice drops,
you know,
this kind of thing. It was commonly available.
Julie
flavor.
loves Necco wafers. Oh, okay, good.
Hello.
All right, I'm
some fans
glad to hear
of
we
Necco
have
over
some fans here. All right.
We'd like a little love for Necco, and here's some love for clove. Clove is a fun flavor. Clove is extremely powerful flavor.
Kitty's Premium says, I could never make her 30 minutes. We're talking about Rachel right now. I could never make her 30-minute meals in 30 minutes. Always took me 45 minutes to an hour.
Seriously, 30-minute meals.
Boom! Oh, the chocolate Neckos, maybe.
Yeah, well, you know,
there you go.
Unique flavor.
The chocolate.
Clove is fun because it's a very, very pungent flavor.
True. Yeah. Eric says, if I could go back in time, I would hit every tiki bar I could.
Do it while you've got the time machine. Let's just say that.
Would.
And Lisa grew up. Oh, grandma, Sen. My mother talked about Sen. She was not a smoker.
That always makes
me
think about that. Music Man.
Yeah.
Try to cover up their telltale breath with Sen.
Sen was another smoker's thing.
Martha.
They were, I think, anise flavored, and it was very strong flavor to cover that up.
Errol, I know what to do with leftover Halloween candy. You give it out next Halloween. What's the worst that will happen? The kids will want to complain. Okay, they won't remember where they got it.
No.
I feel like New York kids might remember.
They won't. Yeah, they mark the candy every time they go by. This one came from, you know, blah, blah, blah. Hilarious.
Although I feel like kids in New York, by and large, if Marty's still here,
By
he
the way.
may or may not agree, but
Hilarious.
but I feel like by and large, the kids we see at carnivals and stuff are okay.
They're pretty behaved.
It's I feel like it's middle-aged people in New York who want to complain. We have a joke about middle-aged New Yorkers that I complain, therefore I am.
Oh, Eric's not
I wish they would bring back Tea-Berry. Oh,
Tea-Berry is still available, as far as I know. As far as I know.
Clove cigarettes smell nice, but just have for your lungs.
Yeah, clove cigarettes were kind of like a great aroma when you were at clubs, but they were bad news. They were really bad news. People inhaled too much.
Eric, is that Stephen Wright? There was a restaurant that said breakfast anytime, so I ordered French toast during the runs. That sounds like Stephen Wright.
Yeah, sounds right.
Oh, Marty's here. I have great kids this year. I know. Like,
hey, awesome.
I swear, the kids we saw last weekend were amazing. Some of the parents were a little, but the kids were awesome.
The kids were good.
The kids are all right.
The kids were all right. That's my
adults,
second copyright strike tonight. Some of them left a little bit.
Some of them are great.
But
some of them are
very young people were very open-minded, I thought, about what was going on, and they were fun.
I ordered dinner from the Dark Ages. As Jonathan Frakes says, I steal from the best. Oh, okay.
Classic.
It sounded like Stephen Wright.
The thing about dinner in the Dark Ages is you probably didn't want to have it because the food was terrible. People ate such bad stuff, rotten meat, all this kind of bad things. That's why they had such powerful flavors as clove to cover up the flavor of the horrible food they were eating. But it was an important thing. Cloves from like the Moluccas and from Indonesia, that was critical. That's what people had to flavor their food with. That's why there was such a thing as globalization.
Oh, Vermont Country Store. We've been there.
Bingo.
Well, there are 2 locations.
Yep.
I think we've been to the secondary location, but Vermont Country Store is the bomb.
It's the bomb.
Diggity.
If you're going up that way, you got to stop by. If you're checking for a place where you can order the classic candies, Vermont Country. On the Lower East Side, we have Economy Candy. Has everything.
Yes.
Cramped little location. If you went in there, you would just drop dead. It's crazy. And then
we don't want you to drop dead.
We don't want you to drop dead. Don't do that.
By the way, just to be clear.
But then there's also Galco's. Galco's is a soda pop shop and a deli and a candy store. They do everything simultaneously. It's crazy the amount of stuff they've got in there. Every soda pop in the world. Also beer. They do beer.
Yeah.
They do wine. They do wine. They do deli. They have fresh deli.
It wasn't horrible food. It was haggis.
Oh, it's not horrible as haggis. It's not so bad.
Oh,
there you go.
This says I got my Christmas color wheel from my Tree Love. Oh, from my Tree Love It. Yes. Vermont Country Store is. We went there at Halloween. Have we been there twice? We've been there definitely once, and it was Halloween.
At least once, and it was Halloween.
And
we got some stuff. Yeah.
That place is off the hook.
I
mean, as you can imagine from their catalog,
all of everything good.
Off the hook.
And you take a look at the catalog, and you can order all these things. They're just so cool.
And you go in there, you're like, I don't want to buy everything, but I rein myself in. But when we do our Halloween display behind us, you will see a few things from the Vermont Country Store.
Some Vermont Country.
Place is amazing.
Fantastic catalog. You can order from anytime, and you can stop in anytime. They have a couple locations. They're very good.
But it's great. I love it.
I was also checking Galco's out in California. Fantastic. Crazy location. We shot an episode of Galco's.
Bill. Good to see you.
So good to see. It's probably plenty hot where you are. It is quite a bit less here.
Oh, Gettysburg.
I wish we could throw you a little cool.
I miss the days when little old ladies gave out their homemade peanut butter fudge.
Oh, popcorn balls.
And please. Okay, so I think our neighbor, she's an amazing baker. I think she gives out these kind of like something that she wraps up in plastic, and
she does like homemade cupcake kind of thing.
She does something that looks incredible that she gives out to the kids, and
You know,
take it. So
nobody's
yeah.
complaining, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I remember when I was projecting movies out there, like they were dispensing fantastic
Vermont
stuff.
Country Store is the best.
Yes.
Like if you make it to the Northeast,
It's worth
make
a trip.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
it's
make
so
it to
good.
New York City, you got to check out.
Oh,
Economy
poor
Candy.
connection, Bill. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh well, you know, I would
Yeah,
I
and-
would say like talk to your utility, but you did talk
And
to your
Lisa,
utility.
if you went to Vermont Country Store, you would not be far from King Arthur Flour. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
You know what we're talking about, and you would. Can we just plan a trip? We meet you there. We go to King Arthur. You're just gonna like die twice and like be resurrected. This is awesome.
So many
This
good things in
is
such a short space
for
of the map.
you, and it's just like it's all like
Yeah.
super fresh flavors. Oh man.
Oh, Troy
It's
says I make
Vermont.
a mean fudge. Buckeye balls, gummy,
Gummies.
etc. Oh,
Hello, Troy.
Troy, where can we?
Well, Troy, I'm
where
glad
can we
we know
avail
you.
ourselves of these treats?
I'm glad we know you. Too cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, this would be awesome. Gotta see
Where
you
it said
guys
I thought the
sometime.
video quality went down for me. I don't know.
Oh wow.
It's aliens. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't
As time goes
know.
on, I feel like our actual upload quality to the video, which is through our cable company, by the way, decreases. So if we get past 10 o'clock or so, it probably gets a little flaky. And I'm like,
They're like, we're done.
Yeah, they don't care. And I'm like, I'm still running a show here,
Oh
guys.
my gosh. Well, let us know if you
Get it.
do it, Errol and Lisa.
Please.
Or anyone. If you're coming to the Northeast, let us know.
Let us
will
know.
Try to make a trip
We
out
are
of it.
here where we always are, broadcasting to you from the lovely Hudson Valley,
The Hudson Valley of New York.
which has fantastic locally made products these days.
It's the kid down the street playing Minecraft.
I'm going to find that kid and I'm going to smack him with a baseball bat.
I use those Vita Green flour mills. There's a flour for my pizza dough. Used to use King Arthur organic bread flour. Okay. All right.
Hello. King Arthur's good stuff. Really, really high quality stuff.
We had a neighbor when I was a kid who made maple and cinnamon mousses for Halloween. Oh, I love that.
You know, it's too bad that you can't do that kind of stuff anymore, like popcorn balls, because they're simple and they're good.
Although I feel like she does them
Candy
next
apples,
door.
but like
She does something amazing.
Next door,
looking
she
next
does.
door.
They're good treats, and the kids, they're okay with it, and the parents are okay with it, and I think
Well, I feel like we have
as
kind of a.
as long as you have people escorting the kids and they take a look at everything.
Well, that's the thing. I
You
feel
know?
like the people who come to
That's
our
important.
street either know our street or are willing to spin the wheel. so
Our
to
street,
speak, you
our street
know?
is fairly deserted on Halloween, except like this house and that
Except we get
house.
really busy.
This house is all lit up, so kids are like, "Whoa, yeah, they're right, they're right."
King Arthur Flower Rocks. We go there when we
Okay.
go up to visit my family. It's
Awesome.
like 10 minutes away from them.
They're super close,
So yeah, we always make a
central
trip.
location. They're awesome.
Except it's hard to get their Christmas spice.
Well, you know,
Yuletide spice.
it's very popular, and
hard to get a hold of
it's
it.
very true.
Even when you go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't order it. I'll go there. No.
Oh man,
Good luck. But
well, look. But on Halloween, I got to say, like, the parents always take the kids around, so like
Oh, yeah,
everybody knows
yeah.
what's happening. They can inspect what's
and they're
not,
very
and they're good.
grateful.
You know, the kids
They
are
say
really
thank
great.
you. Yeah.
They come up to our tiki room. They're like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Well, we live here, you know."
Well, they come
It's
up to our
fun.
tiki room. They're like, "I love your display." I'm like, "It's like this all year."
It's actually this all the time,
But
kid.
thanks. Thanks
But I really
anyway.
appreciate that you
Yeah.
love it. You know, it's hilarious. Hilarious.
Pizza on the patio.
Hello. We got that going on. We did pizza tonight. It was a frozen pizza, but it was good.
We did pizza tonight. Did pizza tonight.
Too true.
Dario, hi. Good to
Dario.
see you.
And seen you since
All right.
haven't seen you since August at Crockers, my man. Hello.
Exactly.
That's a very specific reference, by the way. Yeah,
I
Dario.
believe it was pouring rain.
It just like hauled down on us. It was tremendous. It was tremendous rain is what it was. Dario is a very talented actor and musician, by the way.
Yes.
drop it on us, man. So cool. Thanks to see you, sir. That's fantastic.
Were you signaling me?
What?
I felt like you were signaling me.
About what?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it's usually around our time. I'm just saying,
Okay.
maybe
I
that
think he's
is.
signaling me that it's time to sod off.
But I could talk for hours, but like we have stuff to get to tomorrow. You got to go to the big
Aw.
city, so it's true. Hey, so good to see my friend.
Sorry, I had to.
Sorry.
Some drugs from people. Oh no.
Mm.
Anyway.
The simple fact is
That time.
this has been awesome. We've been live for like 2 hours plus.
Yes.
Had some fantastic drinks, a couple of little libations at the end here. They're really simple things. We've actually sampled some ancient candy and some not so ancient candy. And I got to say, the old Pop Rocks, they totally hold up. I thought they would be dead in the water. No, they were okay.
They worked. It was good.
When that aseptic pouch finally fails, you're gone. But like at the time, these things were okay, I got to say. And have I had too much sugar tonight? Probably.
I won't be sleeping, but
yeah, like I'm gonna wake up
I'll
at 2
enjoy
and
being
be like,
awake.
I'm really awake now.
Enjoy being
It's good.
All right.
You need the caffeinated candy, but it's fantastic to see all of you. So many great ideas. We started with what were we yakking about a couple hours ago? It was actually kind of fun. Probably movies, TV, game shows.
Game shows.
Started with game shows,
Yes.
ended with Halloween candy. Halloween is here in no time.
Less candies are on the couch.
So,
I
yes,
would not be surprised.
Yeah, check it out.
And
But-
next week, Sardines Rockefeller and Spam Wellington.
We'll make it happen.
We will
Because
make it happen.
you know why? Because the audience demanded it,
Oh,
will make
you
it
all have a great day
happen.
too.
but only if you ask. But please.
Next
As
week,
always,
mini
crazy,
mini mart a la carte.
crazy
Sardines
subjects about
Rockefeller.
this, that, and the other, including candy cigarettes. You know what? Smoke candy cigarettes, not the real thing. Better idea. At the end of the day, and at the beginning of the day, we've had so much fun. I can't even believe it. We've had some fantastic drinks. Patrons will get these drinks. Anybody who wanted to know about product, I already advertised the cocktail glasses, actually wine glasses as well. Didn't advertise the towels. We still have those. And there's a tip jar at the bottom of the screen right there. You've seen that all night. That's what that is. If you thought that you had a lot of entertainment and you're like, oh yeah, well, I could tip them something. Venmo, right there.
Aw,
We really appreciate it. It
Julie's
helps.
craving classic.
It helps this show to go. Well, Julie, I got 2 rolls of Necco wafers happening over here right now.
Come by anytime.
Right here on our shoe. I'm just saying. But anyway, I really appreciate all the great thoughts. Many people here are already patrons. We really appreciate that. If you would like to be a patron, starting at $5 a month, that's
Patreon.com/Velveteen Lounge.
Velveteen Lounge. There you go. And that's all there is to that. It's simple. If you forget all of this, just send us a message. We'll let you know what it is. It's not a big deal.
Group hug.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right, tell you.
Bring it in.
Bring it in, pal. Bring it in. We've been talking about great food, great drinks, and that's what this is all about. Eat local, find your local distiller, and drink local. That's what I got to say. This is very important. Support what's happening around you. People are working very hard. We're working very hard for you. Always remember, wherever you go and whatever you do, don't worry about it. I'm going to see you soon.
Good night.